Hey guys, this is Wildcat Chris Harris, TNA original and one half of 6-time TNA World Tag Team Champions, America's Most Wanted. You are listening to the TNA Cross the Line podcast.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with bonus episode number 9 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. And as TNA remains on a bit of hiatus, leading into Slammiversary 2005, Dallas and I have been seeking out other content, whether it was from 3 or 4 years prior to this hiatus or during that same time frame. And in this time, it's the same time frame. As you're listening to us, it is June 10th, 2023. And 18 years ago, there was a ECW reunion show. And no, I am not talking about ECW One Night Stand, because that happened on June 12th under the WWE banner. Instead, I am talking about Hardcore Homecoming, which was set up, if I'm remembering correctly, by Shane Douglas and Jeremy Borash. And it features a whole bunch of different ECW talents and quite a few TNA talents. And that's what we're watching today. So, Dallas, are you ready to go hardcore?
Bob, I'm always ready for a little bit of hardcore.
Are you ready to go extreme?
Extreme.
Yeah, I don't know any other catchphrases for.
Yeah, I don't know if I do either. Well,
are you ready to join the revolution?
Yeah, join it. You ready to go? Well, for fun, I have the DVD for this, which I was flashing at Bob before we got on.
I had that same one, but I think I got rid of it.
It's the Platinum Edition, which I think they're probably all, because it includes over 3 hours of bonus footage, which, of course, guys, we are not watching. It includes some backstage footage, historical bonus matches, exclusive interviews, and much, much more. This DVD is copyrighted 2005, too, so I believe it came out probably later this year. And it says an extreme reunion, and I can tell you right now why I bought this show. If you look at this cover, Bob, could you tell me why Dallas was probably walking in? I believe I bought this at Media Play.
You got it. I definitely bought it at FYE. You bought it because of Raven.
Yeah, that's right, because there's a giant Raven drawing right here on the front. And I immediately was like, yep. Which screams to me that I'm definitely watching enough to point that out. Like TNA. I'm watching enough TNA at this point. Or have DVDs or whatever that I'm like, I gotta get this because I know who that guy is right there. So on the back here, I'll just read this to you because it's kind of fun. It's kind of the little teaser, right? It says, for one night, the world's most famous bingo hall in South Philadelphia was brought back in time to an era that redefined professional wrestling. Hardcore Homecoming was a night of nostalgic emotion, great memories, and legendary matchups. Fans traveled from 6 countries and all 50 states to witness Hardcore Homecoming, shattering box office records as the most successful independent wrestling event in U.S. history. From the shocking surprise guest appearances to the controversy with the Athletic Commission over using barbed wire in the main event, Hardcore Homecoming left fans buzzing about one of the most spectacular shows of all time.
Now, I wonder what the issue was with the barbed wire, because I mean they had used it before, like in ECW, unless before it wasn't like real. I'm assuming they're saying they used real barbed wire.
I'm almost wondering if it's just like maybe they've tightened regulations since or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, something tells me in the 90s there wasn't as much of a Athletic Commission stronghold on wrestling. Probably because they didn't need to be at the time. And then they did all the stuff they did. And then they were like, yeah, we should probably We should probably do something. Which, by the way, they're all bullshit, but
yeah,
it's wrestling. However, and it lists matches, which we don't necessarily need to go to because I have a note from a Shane Douglas interview, and it kind of gives a little teaser of what we are going to be watching. And I think that's, and including some of the matches. So I think it's kind of good to get the job done as a little preview here. Then, excuse me. Then we are going to get into the show. And as we did last week when we watched the XWF, which I thought I just said wrong, but I didn't. Which check that out in the archives. It's from last week. It was an interesting bonus episode.
Yeah, because you like to say XPW.
It's the X, man. It's the X. That's and by the way, I don't like XPW, so I don't know why I say it so much.
I don't know if that's true because you had wanted to watch XPW.
Well, I wanted to. So I would be more open to watching early XPW, because of that I've always seen clips of, even when it was like a thing. Current day XPW is the trashiest wrestling I've ever seen, but I see clips on like Twitter a lot. Now, when they were coming back and they had the return show, I thought it was going to be cool. And it was like an hour away from us, so yeah, I kind of wanted to go, and now I'm fine that we did not do so.
I knew it was going to be a shit show from like the beginning.
I mean,
from the very beginning.
You literally did say that. Yeah. So, I mean, you're definitely not lying there.
I was not surprised by that.
But yeah, so during the show today, we will be covering our normal TNA notes, so stay tuned for those, including a pretty lengthy one, which is pretty interesting. So we'll be covering that during the show. But first, so I believe this interview was with Shane Douglas on... There's 2 minutes. It was an interview with Bob's favorite, Alex Marvez.
Yeah, he is my favorite.
Yeah. And then this is like the Dave version where he kind of just pulls the important shit out of it, which I like better than what Alvarez does if it's available. So it says that the Hardcore Homecoming show on June 10th, put on by Shane Douglas, and I believe Bob is correct. I think Jeremy Borash helped out with this too. The final lineup looks to be Shane Douglas versus Terry Funk versus Sabu, Raven versus Sandman, Just Incredible versus Jerry Lynn, the Eliminators versus a mystery team, and apparently the rumor is there is an attempt to reunite the Gangstas. But they at least want to get New Jack involved, so there's at least one surprise opponents that we'll see here.
What was that with the Eliminators?
The Eliminators against a mystery team, and they're going to try to reunite the Gangstas, is the rumor. And it says that for sure New Jack will probably be involved, so we'll see. We got Kid Kash versus Cold Scorpio. The original FBI, so Tommy Rich and Tracey Smothers and JT Smith, versus Chris Chetty and Axel Rotten and Jason Knight. And then in all, there will be 41 former ECW stars in the show. So, and then it kind of goes into the more notes part. So even though Douglas and Francine have been on bad terms for years, which we actually talked about years ago, if you remember, Bob, because he is in the company she was for a little bit as well. TNA, that is. In the interest of authenticity, Francine is scheduled to manage Shane Douglas in the main event. So even though they have some personal issues at this time, they're going to put that behind them to do this show.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Douglas was on the Wrestling Observer Live and said the idea of doing the show came from when he learned from a WWE source that WWE was going to do their own pay-per-view. And the original idea was that WWE was going to use no outside talent. Douglas thought it would be good to run a show with the outside talent. At one point, WWE had the doctrine that anyone working for Douglas wouldn't be used on their show. But when I'm sorry, I'm choking. But when Paul Heyman was brought back to write it, at one point apparently Stephanie McMahon wanted Heyman nowhere near the ECW show. I think we actually even talked about that a little bit because there is some TNA talk involved. But so she wanted Heyman nowhere near the show and even made it clear to the writers to not even talk to him about it. He wanted everyone from the era involved. So WWE changed its tune and even At first went to Douglas to try to convince TNA to allow Douglas, Jerry Lynn, Raven, and at the time, Kid Kash, all from TNA, to work the show. Douglas asked if in return WWE talent could work on his show, but was told no. Douglas said that they didn't even see their own arrogance out of that. Ultimately, after arguments from both sides, Vince made the call that no TNA talent could work the show and that it wouldn't have mattered because Dixie Carter independently made the call that no TNA talent would be allowed to work the show. The big thing on the Douglas show is that they're going to have the Forever Hardcore DVD for sale for the first time, which is basically the rise and fall of ECW, largely with people who are excluded from that WWE release, like Shane Douglas, Raven, Gabe Sapolsky, Jerry Lynn, Kid Kash, Sandman, New Jack, Todd Gordon, and others. They also apparently expect to have the DVD of the card, so the one I have right here, out within 2 weeks. Douglas talked about taking the show on the road, saying that there'd be international offers, and talked about running in former ECW strongholds like Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and Fort Lauderdale. Which is pretty interesting. They do end up actually doing a few more shows. They do. It looks like 2 additional, where actually Bob will probably cover a bunch of this in our indie notes, at least briefly, because Raven wrestles on one.
Yeah, and it's like what, Cleveland and
Yeah. So I was trying to peek quick at the matches. Yeah,
so they did 3 more.
There's the 3. So yeah, there's the Hardcore Homecoming, Extreme Reunion Tour, Tag 1 and Tag 2. So the first one, Bob, Cleveland, Ohio. Second was Maraca, Pennsylvania. And then, of course, and who knows, maybe this other one we will potentially do as another bonus episode. You never know. It was November Rain, and this was once again in Philadelphia on November 5th, 2005. And I think there's one obvious addition looking at that card compared to what we're watching today, and that would be Team 3D.
Right. And I believe that match it says the match is not on the DVD because of copyright issues because they joined TNA. That blows my mind, especially if they signed it before joining.
That's crazy. That is bullshit.
Yeah, that's weird.
There's also a steel cage match on that one.
Yeah.
So, hey, you never know what'll happen later in the year if we need to do a bonus episode or if we just happen to have some extra time and end up doing one. I'm not opposed to that. I do like that Hardcore Homecoming is kind of like listed as that's like the promotion.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. But that's like our little preview here. I don't have any other Hardcore Homecoming notes necessarily that we're going to be talking about during the show. It's kind of cool because since there's been TNA involvement, we've kind of been discussing it here and there with notes. But besides the TNA notes that we're going to talk about, that is all I got, Bob, before we get extreme here for Hardcore Homecoming.
All right. Well, let's get into it then. It's the June 10th Extreme Reunion, known as Hardcore Homecoming, at the ECW Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. There are, I believe, 7 matches on the card. The runtime for this is 3 hours, 6 minutes, and 1 second. Now, you can watch this on YouTube. We downloaded it off of YouTube. So if you run into any issues, maybe you should just download it off of there and watch it with us. I'm going to count down from 3. When I say play, that's when we're going to get this show started and relive some ECW. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
I was sitting on mute and I'm trying to explain everything I was seeing. So there was like a warning that they weren't affiliated with someone or something. And now we're seeing a bunch of fans screaming and Joey Styles talking about the Extreme Reunion thing, essentially. I'm sure actually some of this, like Joey Styles here talking, is from that Forever Hardcore like documentary.
I just thought that was Brian Knobs, but it was Axelrod.
Okay, I literally almost said that, and I was like, Bob's gonna think I'm a fucking idiot if I say that. I thought that was Brian Knobs.
I was like, why is he here? A rematch from the night the line was crossed back in February of '94. That's right, 11 years later. Funk, Sabu, and Douglas. But it's a no rope, barbed wire shenanigans here.
Who made who so many years ago?
I mean, Terry Funk pretty much made Shane Douglas.
Oh, did you? I don't know if you just noticed that, Bob. It was so subtle. Next time they do that little fuzzy shit, it is a very, very light flash of the ECW logo.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's intentional or if they like wanted to pull that exact thing from like an ECW show and it kind of like got left in. But dude, check that out next time they do that. Look real hard at it.
Oh wow. Because
So
I'm sure they just ripped it from a show like you said.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. Terry Funk's here talking about getting WWE contract from and all that. So I have a feeling, I think Bob kind of gave us a little preview here, but there's potentially a very long video package to start off the show.
I'm pretty sure this video package goes for about 10 minutes.
Well, and if that is the case, let me give you a longer form TNA note here, just for the sake of not having to worry about doing such a long note during a match. But to do so, I gotta turn my volume down on this, or I'm gonna be stumbling over my words like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so 1 second. Clear my throat. So this is from the Observer newsletter on June 13th, 2005. So Dave says that TNA is remaining currently in a holding pattern this week with no television deal. They still have a pay-per-view scheduled for June 19th and have upped the radio advertising for the show to make up the loss of television. Much of what has happened has remained secretive all week. Sources very close to negotiations between TNA and WGN for an 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time slot with on the Superstation version of WGN. Early last week indicated talks were continuing and that they were open to press time. There was hope that something would break toward the end of the week, if not by next week. But with every day that goes by, it becomes more of a question mark. It is not exactly clear when the snags are, other than they were significant. There is also a possibility of the show being only 1 hour instead of 2, which would be a WGN decision, not a TNA decision. The upside to that would that they can tape 2 shows in one night, thus saving greatly on production costs. The other big question here involves WGN's commitment to the show. The booking mindset is basically if it's a 13-week deal where they need results in a hurry, would be very different than a 52-week deal because slowly building storylines are the way to go if you've got time leeway to do them. Now, another possibility being talked about is trying to reopen negotiations with FSM. You kind of heard about this before already too, but to try and get the old TV deal where they would pay for time but not make a 6-month commitment. That would enable them to move to Spike TV. Spike TV does open, if they do essentially open up in late September, or give them more time to finalize the WGN deal. But it would put the company in a holding pattern because it's clearly established they can't make money off the FSN time slot. Oh, we're in the ring now. Hold on, I'm pausing. Is he just going to be talking in the ring? Who's this? Yeah. Bob, how do you say his last name?
Artez,
Yeah, something like that.
or Artiz.
Oh,
Here comes Todd
fucking-
Gordon, the original owner of ECW. Do you think TNA could do a 2-hour show in 2005?
No.
I don't think they have like the depth for it.
Sometimes they can barely do the hour show.
Right.
And I mean that nicely, but like I know wrestling was a little different then, but like 2 hours of essentially squash matches. Although I will say this, they do sometimes build up the like. I'll just use Monty Brown and Jeff Jarrett as the example. Now it was built but not built. You know what I mean? They did a big title match on an Impact. They made that Impact feel big. So if they really tried hard, they could. But you can't be doing like the Naturals versus David Young and Lex Levette all the time. Then, like I feel like you got to give me a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think, especially on FSN, because you're making no money, that's kind of tough. Because I feel like you would have to have an influx of talent. You'd have to probably bring in probably 10 to 15 guys,
Right.
just so it's not a repetitive show.
Yeah. It's very odd to me. So listen to this. So this note kind of continues because this is in a different section than the TNA section of the Observer because he kind of just like wrote a whole thing about it, but it was all really good. This part really gets me. Apparently, several hundred fans came to Universal on May 31st for the canceled TV taping.
Hundreds?
Several hundred fans, yeah.
Oh man.
Did not know that they were canceled. Well, Jimmy Hart, who did so apparently on his own without the company requesting him to do so, went to Universal since he lives near the area and told the fans that there would be no tapings, but there would be the show on June 19th. Now, part of the issue and the frustration involves the behind-the-scenes future with Jeff and Jerry Jarrett. Wrestlers and others in the front office were almost unanimously in amazement that the Jarretts would be taking seriously a deal with Dave Nelson of the Nelson Corporation. Now, I don't know if we mentioned him or not before, but I do have a note about him that we will talk about during the show, and actually including the next section of this. But he's essentially someone who's trying to potentially buy it, and I think he's the one that Jim Duggan is kind of involved with. So he's been posting on the internet claiming that the TNA WGN deal is dead, which is not the case. So he's talking shit. WGN has apparently just reached a deal for Sex and the City on its Superstation, which would air Monday through Friday nights, although no time slot was announced for the acquisition. WGN runs a 10 p.m. Eastern Time national newscast, so unless it's going to be programmed after the news, that would gravely affect the 2-hour Monday night show, although it doesn't appear to have played a part in negotiations. So yes, Sex and the City could potentially ruin the WGN deal for TNA.
You know, that's kind of weird too, because obviously Sex and the City being on HBO and having like uncensored and whatever kind of material being on WGN would be, I would have to say, heavily edited.
That's a really great point.
It's like, you know, like The Sopranos on A&E. Every other word was bleeped, you know, or like instead of fuck, they say frick. And it's like, come on.
Joey Styles just came out, by the way, and so did Don Callis.
Cyrus.
Oh, sorry.
Cyrus
You're gonna have to help me with that shit, dude. I'm sorry.
Cyrus the Virus.
Cyrus the Virus. That's right.
The network.
Is this a good time to just admit that I've probably only seen like the popular old ECW stuff, so like I don't really know a lot of this. Like, this is a good time.
Well, you're not the only one. A lot of people see Don Cyrus Callis. No, a lot of people.
So I said Don Callis. You also fuck you, dude.
Yeah, well, it's Cyrus.
Yeah, but it said it too.
From the network. Cyrus from.
I know.
No, a lot of people watch the popular stuff. 97, 98, whatever. But arguably, in terms of in ring, the final year of ECW, on average is probably the best time. Now, obviously, people are going to be, well, Eddie and Malenko. Yeah, Eddie and Malenko were great, but there was also, Ian Rotten against Hack Myers on those shows. So it doesn't, kind of balances out.
Now, Joey is getting a fucking massive pop here, by the way.
He's going to be emotional. Here we go. There's the hat guy.
Hat guy, which actually, I'm going to scroll up from my TNA note real quick because I do want to finish it, but there is a section that Alvarez points out from the Douglas interview where apparently, hold on. So he says we were allotted a certain amount of money from an ad budget. This is Shane Douglas. I'm sorry. But Alvarez posted. Anyways, and we spent none of that money. So once word reached the internet, the show pretty much sold itself. So apparently a month and a half before tickets went on sale, we were essentially getting all these emails to his website, and people were calling Borash and himself directly at TNA, trying to get first dibs at tickets. At that point, he says that they went back to the old Club ECW lists. We still had records and contact information for those people. So we have them. We essentially look at it says ECW right on the screen, dude.
Yeah, but did they do that on like the actual thing, or is that put in afterward? Like, whoever uploaded this, I can't imagine that they would do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This actually looks like shit. So we might be watching the shitty version here because here comes Joel Gertner. But anyway, so basically what happened is he gave old people like Hat Guy the chance to buy their old seats if they wanted. And apparently every single person that they contacted bought a ticket. So they had 40% of the building sold out before they even put tickets on sale.
Wow.
So this is part of probably why they were.
What's 40% of like 1,300?
Make me do math right now, dude. I was trying to actually look. Do we have an actual number? Oh no, Cage Match doesn't have a number here. It's about 520.
So yeah, they sold about 500 tickets then.
Okay, so I've definitely decided that, Bob, you're right. Whoever uploaded this just put something here, and it's really annoying.
Because I mean, it goes away, obviously, but I don't think. I mean, you could probably put your DVD in. It's not going to have that.
No, you're totally right. Because he's talking right. This is stupid. Okay, I'm going back to my TNA note because now I'm pissed. So Nelson, who I just mentioned, he's been at several recent TV tapings with Jim Duggan, and many wrestlers have spoken with him, with one after the other calling him this year's version of John Collins, who apparently is a promoter out of Evansville a few years ago who claimed millions in backing on a national TV deal, ran a few tapings, and it turned out in the end to be a major scam. Whether true or not, this is almost a consensus wrestler reaction to him, and the people can't believe the Jarretts, with all their experience in wrestling, wouldn't see through this. So Jarrett at first was pushing the idea of the new group would offer Panda enough to make up for all their losses, slightly more than $20 million over the last 3 years. But it ended up being $10 million for TNA. Nelson this past week claimed that he was pulling the offer from the table, which Panda apparently never seriously considered this offer anyways. The fear is that if the Jarretts go through with leaving, and much of the front office, like Jeremy Borash and David Sahadi, are close personal friends with Jeff, and most of the wrestlers' contracts coming due within the next few months, that this company, which truly doesn't have enough marquee talent as it is, will have the talent split in some way. Not to mention any talent WWE sees potential in will have that potential avenue as well. There's two more little parts to this, though, but there is major internal frustration with the idea that people have worked so hard for 3 years for the company, and the backers have been more than patient. Still, the Jarretts and Carters have always had an uneasy relationship, and it's no secret people consider Dixie Carter as slow to make needed decisions. Everyone is well aware that due to negotiating for a Monday night TV deal, WWE is now going full barrel after company talent, as well as anyone in the company that is considering bringing in. Now, this is kind of relating to that CM Punk, Samoa Joe, Bryan Danielson talk we've discussed. So the company already has WWE to contend with, let alone itself, partially because Carter was so strong in favor of going to AJ Styles instead of Jeff as the top star and the NWA World Champion. Nelson clearly got some heat with TNA over publicly claiming that the WGN deal was off, even though in an apology post he claimed that the deal was off the table for right now, but it could happen in the future. He also wrote that a potential deal for Spike TV couldn't benefit the company and would prove fatal because clauses Spike wants in regard to guaranteeing ratings. So essentially, he's saying that if they wanted Spike, that they couldn't get the ratings that Spike would want them to. Now, since Jerry Jarrett is talking with Nelson, he would have full knowledge of specifics of the TV deal. There's probably some accuracy to that. There is a shot, and this wouldn't be until WWE leaves the station in late September, that Spike would air wrestling on Saturday night in conjunction with an attempt to make Saturday night into UFC night. So, it's a lot. But that's pretty much the whole, that's the deal that we've been kind of dealing with. We've been hearing a lot about it.
Could you imagine running a wrestling company and losing $20 million on it?
Nope. That's bad.
I mean, I know they're $1 billion company, but I'd probably have a panic attack, even if I was $1 billion company. Because, I mean, it's just like a pet project for Dixie to stay busy.
That's kind of what it's made it seem out to be, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Cyrus is calling Joel Gertner the same pathetic fat piece of trash that he has been. Fuck him up, Gertner. Fuck him up. I'm cheating a little. I'm going to my favorite wrestling website, WrestlingRecaps.com, since we haven't been listening to all of this. Oh, shit. Gertner's going after Cyrus.
Years of bullying, and he finally gets his hands on Cyrus. Although I think they had a match in ECW.
I needed that background, so thank you for that.
Oh, you didn't know that's... Oh, I guess you didn't watch it.
I have no idea.
So the history here is that Cyrus would kind of just bully Joel Gertner and not allow him to do like his poetry.
Oh, okay.
You know how he would do like...
Yeah, which we missed. He did do that. We did not. We weren't listening because we were talking about TNA.
So like Cyrus would kind of always cut him off and then, ban him from commentary. And Joel would just take it. And I believe at Anarchy Rules 2000, Joel finally kind of snapped and beat him up. But here we are as well.
And that's exactly why I need to be doing this with you.
Yeah, because you don't know any of that.
I don't know that. Okay, here we go.
Simon Diamond, not Pat Kenny, Simon Diamond and C.W. Anderson.
We have not seen him in TNA in a while, so I'm very glad to see him. How do you feel about C.W. Anderson, Bob?
I like CW.
Okay. There's just something about him that I just do not give a shit about.
Oh, that's too bad. I like him. I think he's solid.
So, a fun story about C.W. Anderson. So, our friend Austin Skinner from Icopon, the first 2CW show I believe he went to was the one with C.W. Anderson, and that is kind of that's how I found out about it all.
The title tournament show.
Because he I'm pretty sure he met C.W. Anderson and he went like a friend, and I'm like, what is this? Because his friend's dad was a regular, and so that's kind of how I found out about 2CW.
Yeah, the first time I heard about 2CW was the New Age Outlaws going to be there at the On Center. I saw a commercial during Raw, and I was like, what? And so I read up on it, and then I didn't go to my first show till 2008. Yeah,
mine was at the end of 2007.
Yeah.
Got Chris Chetty and Mikey Whipwreck here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong about this. Hat guy.
Probably will be wrong, but go ahead.
Hat guy.
Yeah.
Did they not get him in the front row of One Night Stand as well?
That I have absolutely no idea.
I mean, come on. You got to help me out here. They got him tickets for this.
Well, here's the thing. You know what? I can check.
Can you do that for me?
I always have Peacock going when I do these shows because I can't possibly focus on one thing.
You need to be watching One Night Stand in the background of Hardcore Homecoming. So we can have side-by-side updates.
I could, at this point, because we have 2 hours and 45 minutes left, it would probably be almost the same amount of time.
That's what I'm saying.
So I do want to find the pay-per-view section. What the hell's going on here?
I did tell Bob off air that I did want to try to discuss One Night Stand a little bit during this as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, of course, it's also another historic show.
All right, hang on a minute. Of course, it's got to be like the most difficult thing to find here. One Night Stand. Where are you?
They bury that shit, dude.
Yeah, they do. Where is it?
I don't know if I've ever seen Chris Chetty wrestle in my life.
He's not bad. Is this under ECW? And not WWE?
Oh, yeah, I bet you it is. Because they acted as if it wasn't like an ECW show.
This is stupid. Yeah, no, there's December to Dismember.
They said the referee's name, but I missed it, and I don't know who he is.
This is ridiculous. I have to search it. It's not even coming up on anything. There's no way it would be under Extreme Rules, would it?
I don't know. They organize shit so weird there. Act as if you know nothing about wrestling. Where would you think it is? Probably, maybe, Extreme Rules. Wait, like the pay-per-view?
Oh, wait, One Night Stand. Here, I found it.
Okay. I was about to say, wait a second. Extreme Rules like the pay. I thought you meant like a category.
No.
Diamond and Whipwreck locking up.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. So One Night Stand, the first one, is only 2 hours and 32 minutes.
Okay, we gotta wait to start it then. Gotta wait.
I'll wait. If you want me to, I will wait.
I don't care. You can also play, it doesn't matter, but
well, no, I would want them to end at the same time.
Right. I actually really want to watch. I've been having this itch to watch One Night Stand. I haven't watched it in a long time.
232. Well, I guess back then they were only that long. I wonder if they took something out.
It could have done that too.
Now, in case you're wondering, Mikey Whipwreck and Chris Chetty were not a regular tag team.
I was going to ask you that.
No, so Mikey would team with Tajiri, and as the Unholy.
Yes, I did know that. Yep.
And then Chetty was a regular tag team partner of Nova. And then, in fact, I mean, really, Diamond and Anderson, I believe they did have a brief partnership, like as a stable with Swinger, but it was always Diamond and Swinger.
Oh, wow.
But as we know, at this point, Swinger has signed with OVW.
Right.
So
I was just taking a look for fun here. Looking at the wrestling card. To my knowledge, the only people who appear on both the Hardcore Homecoming and One Night Stand, it looks like Sabu does. It looks like I just saw another one. Hold on. Oh, I didn't even realize this. Mikey Whipwreck makes an appearance in the corner of Tajiri. Oh, JT Smith, Tracey Smothers. They're in a corner though. They're not wrestling.
Scissor kick here by Chetty to Anderson, by the way.
I did not know this. The Sinister Minister appears at One Night Stand. I need to watch the show. I need to watch this like now. Well, actually, guys, stop Hardcore Homecoming. No, I'm kidding. Joey Styles, of course, he's there. I did know that. Sandman is another big one who appears on both. He wrestles on both. Him and Sabu wrestle on both, which is probably the bigger deal here than like an appearance.
Sabu wrestles on ECW One Night Stand 2005?
Yeah, he faces Rhino.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
Literally, and then what? 2 days? We're 2 days before. Yeah, 2 days before he was in a no rope barbed wire match.
Wow.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
There is another one, but I think it's like supposed to be a big surprise, so I don't want to say it yet.
For One Night Stand?
That technically appears on both. It's a surprise on our show.
Well, then I don't want to know.
I'm
Because
not saying it.
I don't remember.
I ain't saying it.
Okay.
Don't look at the card.
A surprise.
I only knew because I got the DVD and it says right on the back.
It's an active wrestler?
Yeah. I think, yeah.
It's not Dreamer, is it?
No. Not, well, I don't know if Dreamer shows up on this. I don't think it is.
I would doubt it.
Stop guessing if you don't want to know, Bob.
Okay. But I also want to know.
Hey, speaking of Simon Diamond, how funny. I have a note about him. Apparently, Scott D'Amore is actually pushing to bring him back to TNA.
As a competitor?
Yeah. In 2005.
Right. Not in 2023.
I'm just making sure.
A double flatliner to Chris Chetty there, but unable to get a 3 count. You know, for this being a 3-hour show, I mean, we're already over 20 minutes in. I feel like it's gone pretty quick.
How did that happen?
It's probably because I haven't watched this show literally in 18 years. It's weird. I have so much wrestling footage, but I never rewatch like indie stuff. I always just rewatch like WCW or WWE pay-per-views.
Well, they're also, I feel like, sometimes easier to rewatch.
Oh yeah, Anderson missing a splash in the corner like a Bronco Buster of sorts on the middle turnbuckle.
I like that Chris Chetty's wrestling fully like dressed. He's got a button-up shirt on and like pants.
That was usually his attire. This isn't like a, I didn't have my gear.
I do believe that. I just think it's funny
because his gimmick was always like he was a GQ model, and at the end, like he had turned heel and he was very like self-centered and acting like he was the most beautiful guy in the world. So nice Frankensteiner by Mikey Whipwreck. Punch spot in opposite corners. In about 5 minutes, if you want to also watch One Night Stand, or if you just want to watch One Night Stand, you can join me as on the fly. We're doing a dual watch.
Well, Bob is. I don't have a way to easily do that, so I'm not doing that.
You don't have a tablet?
That's what I read the notes off of.
Oh.
Why, you think I should make me do this right now?
Why not, dude?
You're a son of a bitch.
Don't you have a desktop and a laptop, don't you?
Yeah, but I'll send you a Snapchat. I'll show you the setup. Well, I need to get a charger for this, though.
Maybe you should put like a TV in that room, too.
I don't think I should do that.
I think you should. Spinebuster. Trademark Spinebuster by Brian Anderson. Joke's
on you. I actually have a second monitor right next to me, but the only reason I'm not going to do that is because I do like the screenshots from when we do social media posts, essentially. It would do double screens, and it would be absurd. Excuse me.
Oh, here comes the Simon series. And finishes out with a front suplex to Chetty, and then Simon Diamond shows off like, hey, look at me.
My only worry about this is that One Night Stand's going to look a lot more interesting, but that is not our main thing today. We are watching Hardcore Homecoming.
That's right.
It's a supplementary series in the background.
Oh, we got it.
Really?
With the win.
What the fuck is the plug for this?
Whippersnapper.
I do remember when Mike Whipwreck came to 2CW in what year, Bob?
Oh, Lord. 20... That wasn't the last year, was it? 2015?
Yeah, it might have been.
April? It might have been. It was Tajiri, right?
Well, he came even before that. So that was one of the big
Did?
ones. Yeah, he came once before that.
Hmm.
But I do remember it being like a pretty big deal. And it was big. I think it was because he didn't really.
He might have even been semi-retired for this.
Oh, wow.
So he was not a regularly competing. So I think once ECW closed, because he runs the NYWC.
Okay. I don't know if I knew that or not.
Yeah, that's over like in, I think, Queens. I think he does it.
I'm having the same issue as Bob. I cannot find One Night Stand. They don't want you to watch this.
I guess not. I mean,
I'm just going to search it.
that's what I had to do.
Do I hit this One Night Stand here?
I mean, the One Night Stand. So
Nope, that ain't it.
yeah,
I
don't
know.
know.
Fuck, dude? Who's coming out here? Tracey?
This is going to be Tracey Smothers and JT Smith.
I don't know JT Smith.
Yeah, I feel like not a lot of people do. He was early on ECW guy. There is the infamous like video of Mike Awesome doing like a suicide dive to the floor and like almost breaking JT's back over the guard railing. That would be JT Smith.
You were telling me this is the picture they got?
Yeah.
Okay. They have a picture of Kane from One Night Stand, what, 2008 or some shit?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, I got my One Night Stand loaded up for the background here.
All right. So do you want to do it when this show is at 2:32 like 00?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Oh shit. Wait. Oh fuck. What did I do? Okay. Or no, do 2:32:48 because that's the exact runtime.
Okay. Guys, this is the first time ever we are doing a semi-dual watch-along here.
Fuck. Okay.
It's actually, so a little peek behind the curtain, we actually discussed watching One Night Stand as one of these bonus episodes, but decided against it since it doesn't really make a lot of sense for us to do.
Okay, ready? Here we go, right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's starting.
Okay, so the following program is presented in original form, content, dialogue that does not reflect corporate views. So we got a warning. So that's probably why they don't want people to watch this. Oh, see, TV, MA.
Oh shit, they're really giving you the warnings.
Yeah, they're heavy on it.
JT Smith is talking right now, and I don't know about what. I've never seen this guy in my life, dude.
He's a fake Italian.
I was kind of getting that was the vibe. Here comes Blue Meanie.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this show is at the ECW Arena, and then the One Night Stand is at the Hammerstein Ballroom, which we've been to, and I watched the show with a pole in my face.
Yeah. So, well, we've also been to the ECW Arena. So,
yeah.
Blue Meanie's. I thought Blue Meanie's music was my One Night Stand, and I forgot to turn the volume down. It is not.
No.
I gotta say, the One Night Stand looks a little bit more impressive. Now, before we did Hardcore Homecoming, I asked you. I was like, I think I asked her. We talked about it at least.
Oh shit, that's Joey Styles. He's also doing the WWE show.
Yeah, dude. He does commentary on this one.
Wow. What a sellout.
I know.
That's fucked up. I didn't think he did that. Oh, wait. Yeah, he does. Because I remember the comment he made. Okay. Never mind.
The what?
Well, there's a match on here. Now, okay, I guess the volume doesn't matter. So, like, I can just say it. There's a match at One Night Stand with Mike Awesome and Tanaka. And Mike Awesome does a suicide dive. And Joey Styles is like, oh, I wish he did die. And then
he does.
And then he does die. Not on the show. You know, a couple years later.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Joey doing the double emotion here. He showed emotion at
Dude, he's
Hardcore
about to do
Homecoming.
the same thing. He's gonna do the oh my god again.
Yeah, and he's about to fucking cry.
He looks way more emotional with this.
Well, I mean, I think I would be too.
Well, so okay, I didn't finish my sentence.
Oh,
Hardcore Homecoming.
There's Vlad in the front row for when I said I don't see Hat
really?
Guy in his.
I don't know if I do either.
Oh wait, there's the Jesus guy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, also, I'm pretty sure Eddie Kingston is like seen like very close to the front during One Night Stand as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, I keep seeing like pictures of it. But Hardy was Hardcore Homecoming is essentially filmed to look like ECW did, and it looks.
Oh, absolutely.
You could fool me and show me this and be like, yeah, dude, this is ECW, and I'd be like, oh wow, okay. Like it looks very good compared to what it looked like before.
Yeah, it's filmed as if you're watching like hardcore TV.
So we got the Blue Meanie. Is he fighting Tracey Smothers?
Yeah, and we have Nick Foley coming out here on One Night Stand.
It's Cactus Jack, Bob.
No, it said Nick Foley.
It did?
Yeah, the nameplate said Mick Foley.
Wow.
I can't believe Hat Guy wasn't at. Maybe he didn't go to it because it's not ECW, it's WWE.
That's fascinating.
But he went to like WCW shows in Philly. Maybe he didn't want to go to New York.
Can't really blame him.
Oh wow, they even did the whole like ECW on TNN intro. What the fuck?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that One Night Stand was done very freaking well.
I mean, this is
like
oh
shocking.
My God, look at this.
Now, if you're looking at One Night Stand,
I'm watching more of One Night Stand than Hardcore Homecoming.
You might need to turn it off then, buddy. It's a Hardcore Homecoming bonus episode.
Oh shit!
Tracey Smothers and Blue Meanie are fighting.
Okay,
now,
you can't blame me for not maybe wanting.
There's an intro package on One Night Stand, Bob. Watch
I'm more
match.
interested in that than I am this match.
I think like the glaring missing piece of One Night Stand is freaking Raven, though. Is it not? How do you not have Raven or like Francine?
I mean,
even in like WWE version of history, those people are huge in ECW.
Sure, yeah, but I think overall, in terms of like all the names, the One Night Stand has all of the key names.
Well, you're right.
I mean, sure they don't have Funk, I guess, but
Funk is another one.
Yeah.
They could have got Funk though. Come on.
Well, they offered him, and he just couldn't do it. He said he couldn't do two shows so close to each other at his age.
He'd only wrestle for another like
till like 2017.
Yeah, I like what? Yeah, 10 years, 12 years.
Lance Storm starting off here on One Night Stand.
Speaking of WWE, people offer deals, Bob. CM Punk and Samoa Joe have both been offered WWE developmental deals, but it's noted that they have not signed yet. Now, there's some interesting notes that go along with this because Samoa Joe posted a deal on his live journal, so it's like a blog, that last week that caused everyone to go crazy looking for hitting meaning. So he posted again saying, "My last live journal was not some coded message." He ended up begging people to stop overthinking everything. He says, "As for my status, yes, I've spoken with the great people at WWE and TNA, as well as newly garnered interest from New Japan, as his former local boss, who is Simon Inoki, is now the president of the company. I have not made any decisions, and I am exploring all opportunities I am fortunate enough to have presented to me." So he does confirm that WWE reach out to him. Now, CM Punk also makes some interesting notes here, and this is like crazy to me. So CM Punk talked about things in an interview with Slam Sports. He said it was nice to have two companies making offers for services since something like that had never happened before, and given the state of the business, may never happen again. How funny that is. He suggested that if all things were equal, he'd actually choose TNA. But because they weren't particularly healthy right now, he'd probably end up in WWE. And that is what ends up happening, of course.
Holy shit. So if you think, okay, so this is crazy. If TNA had a Spike deal,
Punk would have been there.
Punk would have went.
That's fucking nuts.
Wow.
I can't even fathom that.
But but here's the thing. I feel like TNA would have had him as an X Division guy.
I think at the time he would have been.
And he's not though. He's not an X Division guy.
Not really.
There's no way he'd be a main eventer. No fucking way.
No, but I think as we progress in the next few years, we start to see a little bit of breakout of people from the X Division. I mean, we already do with AJ Styles. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they are able to branch out a little bit more. Now, if you're a cruiserweight in WWE, you're fucked.
Oh, you're doomed. Unless you're Rey Mysterio.
Right.
Rey Mysterio is basically the AJ Styles of that.
Yes.
Division.
Yes. Just for a reference point, Tracey Smothers is about to do a dance-off with Blue Meanie, and over on One Night Stand, Chris Jericho is fighting Lance Storm.
Right. So pick and choose your battles. So, but it's always blown my mind. A guy like Rey Mysterio, right? Let's say he loses to fucking Juventud Guerrera, right? Even in WCW. But let's just say in WWE. Rey Mysterio loses to Juventud Guerrera. Ray would then go on to be like, okay, I'm going to feud with Booker T now. And then Juvi is feuding with Funaki.
Mm.
So my question is, why wouldn't Juvi have matches with Booker T?
Right.
He could beat Ray. And if Ray beats Booker, then why don't we try to do that with other guys?
That's a good question.
I've never understood it.
Okay, Blue Meanie's doing his dance now. I actually really enjoyed Tracey Smothers' dance, and now Blue Meanie is doing his.
Tracey Smothers, okay, is hella good. Now, obviously, at this point in his career, he is doing mostly comedy until right now when he attacks Blue Meanie. But I've always liked Tracey. Memphis, Smoky Mountain.
You've talked quite highly about Tracey Smothers. I don't really have a strong opinion one way or another about him, to be honest.
I'm telling you, his indie, and I've said it before on here, his indie run with Chris Hamrick as Southern Comfort in, I think it was mostly 2004 through 2007. Their tag team matches for International Wrestling Cartel and IWA Mid-South, among a few, was really, it was great stuff. They had some really good matches. And I remember listening to an honorable mention, I think. It's a Ring of Honor podcast. And one of the guys talked about Tracey Smothers and Hamrick and how, if they were to have been brought into Ring of Honor and been with James Gibson, because at the time they had a lot of trios. And I was like, holy shit, that is a great idea. Smothers, that could have been Smothers' last real, noteworthy run. It's insane with the Hamrick, but it did end up happening, and that's such a probably deep dive of a comment that no one will probably even care. But Stinger Splash by Blue Meanie.
Stinger Splash, he says.
Yeah, look at the elevation. Here we go, ready? And okay, well that was substantially less elevation than the first one.
I've seen Blue Meanie more times live than I'd like to admit, I think.
You have?
I've seen him multiple times.
I don't know if I ever have.
You definitely have.
Oh, wait.
Did you not see when the BWO came?
I think I saw it.
I saw that, but I saw him in the FTNA show they did because they pulled Abyss or something, wasn't it?
Oh, what? Did they?
So they did a 2CW, our local indie company that's dead now, did a show called FTNA, which was a direct shot at TNA. And I think it's because they pulled talent from their show. And I remember Blue Meanie ended up being there. I don't know who else. I can't remember. I have to look it up. So that was the first time I saw Blue Meanie. In fact,
What's it? I think it was Abyss.
that was my guess. I don't remember. Now, do you want to hear something funny? I'm gonna check. I used to take like little video clips at 2CW shows and like upload them on my YouTube channel. My Blue Meanie dance video from that show from 15 years ago has 7.6 thousand views on YouTube. It's 15 seconds long. That's so stupid. Oh, we're doing like there's a tribute video going on right now of everyone who's passed away. And Bob, I need you to watch this because I don't know who any of these guys are.
That's Eddie Gilbert right there.
This is Brian
Yeah,
Pillman. I
obviously
know
Brian
him.
Pillman. That's LaFon, Bobby Duncombe Jr.,
I literally don't know any of these guys.
Terry Gordy,
I know him. The Sheik.
Public Enemy. But I think
Both of them?
Rock. I don't think Rock is dead, but not Grunge. I don't know.
Okay, I was like, what?
Grunge is not Pitbull. I think that's number 2. Candido, obviously.
Which is, of course, a very recent one.
Mm-hmm. And then also the last one. So I tried finding out like 2CW FTNA, and it doesn't really.
It's from
give information.
It's from 2000.
It's 2008. I know that, but it's not saying like who was.
Oh,
it's from the show. Oh, Just Incredible's on One Night Stand as Chris Jericho does. Oh, and Jason. Jericho just dropkicked both of them.
So yeah, so Credible I don't think wrestles though, but yeah, he's another.
Yeah.
I think that makes double appearance.
Oh, he just hit Jericho right in the face with a kendo stick, and Lance Storm is gonna win. 1, 2, 3. The Impact Players.
Who's the guy in the blue shirt? Who's that?
That's Jason.
Jason. That's just his name, Jason.
Well, it's Jason Knight, but he would mostly just go by Jason.
Okay. And who's coming out here on Hardcore Homecoming?
Is that Tammy?
Yeah, I think it is. Yes, it's Chris. So they're bringing out like the friends, the widows of the legends who passed away.
Oh, she's showing plenty of cleavage.
This is a tribute to his death, and you're looking at her cleavage.
Dales, she's almost falling out of her top. How could I not?
I know she is. Okay, I know. She is kind of looking rough.
Well,
let me get a good look at her face again, because she was not looking great right there. But listen, she had some rough times. I don't like the dances she's doing. I'll tell you that.
No, I feel like it's obviously Grunge is not dead because he's in the ring, but Tammy.
Okay, I take it back because
is a little chipper.
Yeah,
what the ceremony is.
Well, that's actually a really good point. I take back what I said. I think it's just the quality. When did we see her? Because we saw her at 2CW. Well, at least I did.
That would be when I first saw her in 2CW. It was 2009, April 2009.
When she was the referee,
right? And it was like a surprise.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, that's what she's wearing." Pitbull Gary Wolf. So he's here.
Yeah, so like Grunge seems to have like an appropriate reaction of like, hey, I'm here clapping, but I was bummed. And then Tammy is like, oh, hey, look at me. And
Tammy's about to be on spring break and get some beads by ripping those things out, I think.
Yeah.
They're chanting Rock or Rock now. Meanwhile, when they stand, they're showing the empty chairs because Raw and SmackDown are going to come out. Wait, which Pitbull are they showing on One Night Stand? Who's that? Bob, help me here.
What was your question?
Who were they just showing on One Night Stand? Oh, look, they're doing a ceremony on One Night Stand.
I wasn't watching One Night Stand. You told me this now. There's Rocco Ride.
Well, yeah, but they're doing literally the same thing now.
Well, yeah. I mean, are you surprised? But they're also using like
the timing is incredible.
they're using footage, that they own. So Terry Gordy, 61 to 2000.
It's literally the same people. Just kidding. It's like,
what do you mean? Literally the same people.
Some didn't die. Some did die. Tammy's about.
Oh, Michael Lockwood. I'm surprised. Okay, he did wrestle in ECW. Aaron O'Grady, the original Sheik. I don't believe Sheik wrestled in ECW, but.
Okay, I take back what I took back before.
He's related to Sabu, so that makes sense.
Your nephew, Sabu.
Mike Lazansky? Oh, wow. I didn't realize he died in 2003.
Well, you did know.
You learned something new every day. Pitbull Anthony Durant. 67, 2003.
Okay, so is it Gary Wolf? Is that who they were just showing?
Gary Wolf is in the red on Hardcore Homecoming, so he is alive.
Yeah, okay. He was just on this. He was just on One Night Stand.
Oh, he was? Okay.
I should have just looked at my fucking screen, apparently.
Yeah.
I was going back and forth.
72, 2005. I like how they showed him doing basically all top rope power bombs.
Why aren't they showing body Donnas?
Because that's...
I'm just joking. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Skip and zip.
If that's all you ever saw him, which for a while it kind of was for me. I don't know if I really ever saw too much till his TNA stuff.
Right, no, right.
It's like, yo, fuck Chris Candido. I do like Candido, though. I've definitely become more of a fan.
Yeah, Candido's great.
Tammy is just going on right now, and going on and going on. And her top is going off and off and off. And who's coming out here?
Is that it's Danny Doring and Roadkill.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, on When I Stand, we have the Sinister Minister, Mikey Whipwreck, and Tajiri.
Yeah, so that one I don't think I finished saying earlier. But the fucking Sinister Minister, I did not know he appeared on One Night Stand.
I don't even know who Tajiri Russell's on this show.
And of course, that is, if you're wondering.
Oh, you know what?
It's Jim Mitchell.
Guido? Yeah, I think Tajiri Russell's Guido on this.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're about to see Tracey Smothers and JT Smith.
Or is it a triple threat? Is Super Crazy on One Night Stand?
No, he fights Psychosis, doesn't he?
No, Psychosis fights Mysterio.
What? No, Super Crazy's...
On One Night Stand?
I can't look at the card. I'm watching on the same screen. I'm watching One Night Stand on.
Right.
Okay, there's more promo going on here, so I'm going to do more TNA notes. So I already mentioned about the Nelson shit, about him, Dave Nelson, talking crap. Well, Bill Banks, apparently, in order to counteract the gloom and doom story by Nelson, posted an overly positive message on the TNA website that read, quote, "There are a lot of exciting new things on the horizon for TNA in the near future. Slammiversary will celebrate TNA's first 3 years with our biggest pay-per-view show to date. Other announcements regarding toys, DVD distribution, new superstars, and international exposure, and of course, our future on television will be announced soon. As soon as we're able to share the news, you'll see it on the TNA website first. There's so much incorrect information posted on other sites. Stay tuned to our site if you want the real story." So, very highly, don't listen to that bullshit. Danny Doring is getting major heat because, of course, he's cutting off the remembrance ceremony.
Yeah, that's pretty bizarre.
We got Guido, Tony Mamaluke, Tracey Smothers, I see.
I love that Tony. I didn't realize that Tony Mamaluke was on there.
I didn't either.
Super Crazy. It is a triple threat.
Okay. And he's got no one with him. Everyone else came out with 7 guys, and he's got none.
Yeah.
Is Super Crazy active in WWE at this time? Yeah.
No.
This is probably what made him.
Right.
Okay.
I believe after the show that Mexicools is a thing.
Okay, it's after this. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the big guy's name? I forgot who he is.
I have no idea who that is.
What?
I've never seen that guy before in my life.
Okay. Well, JT Smith is there as well.
Because like it's not Big Sal, because Big Sal was a lot larger, like width-wise.
Well, I figured out how I can like look at other stuff and watch it at the same time.
Yeah, it's called minimizing a window.
No, look. Okay, I'm on a fucking tablet, Bob.
Yeah, in picture. Yeah, you minimize it.
It's not that easy.
It literally gives you an option in the corner.
That's Big Guido.
Big Guido. There you go. Well, he was never in ECW, so he must be a new guy.
I'm gonna prove you wrong right now. Okay, he was not there.
So
wait. Yes, he was.
When?
In 95 and 96.
As who?
Primo Carnero 3.
Yeah, okay. So exactly my point. Not as an FBI member.
Yes, he was. On August 2nd, 1996, 2 Cold Scorpio defeated Big Guido at an ECW event in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania.
That doesn't count. It wasn't a TV show. It was a live event.
It definitely counts.
No, because it
He
was
literally was Big Vito.
Yeah. Big Guido, not
Guido.
Big
Sorry.
Danny Doring is literally beating up people who were remembering their fallen tag team partners. Like their deceased partner. Uh-oh.
Oh, who's this?
Is it New Jack? It's 911.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
So Tammy went and got 911.
Yeah, who was just casually hanging out backstage? Is that what we're doing?
Well, yeah, dude, it's a reunion. Hardcore Homecoming. It's like your high school reunion. Some people make a big deal out of it, and others just chill.
Just chokeslam already, dude. See, that was literally his gimmick. All he did was just chokeslam people.
That's fine.
And then he got a job in WCW and sucked.
Bob, how many of your high school reunions did you go to?
0.
My class was so good that a year after the tenure, they decided, hey, we didn't do it last year. We should probably do something. And then they went on to not do anything.
Yeah. For my tenure, there was like a Facebook group.
Yeah.
Same. And they were all like, oh, hey, we should. It's fucking crazy. Just did a moonsault off the balcony in the crowd.
That's what I remember from Super Crazy.
That probably earned him a job in WWE for the next 3 years.
Huge moment.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Roadkill's about to get put through a table here on Hardcore Homecoming.
But for my high school reunion, what is going on? Grunge. The table kind of broke.
With the drive-by.
The drive-by is technically a somersault, and Rocco Rock would do that. So that was just a big splash.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
It's not the drive-by. Awesome. But there was a Facebook group and all this stuff, and like people were like, oh, we should go to Megan McMurphy's at the time, and then like a week before, I think like 5 people responded, and then they're just like, well, I guess if you want to show up, you can. We're not gonna reserve it. I mean, I could go to any. If I went to Wegmans right now, I guarantee you I would run into somebody, whether I talk to them or not, that I went to high school with. I basically have a high school reunion every day if I go out in public.
That's awful.
Yeah. So I mean, there's no reason for it.
Tammy, oh! 911 just tried to lift up Tammy on his shoulder, and they all just fell over.
That's embarrassing.
And Tammy's probably not wearing underwear, so that was
probably not. She's not wearing a bra.
I was hoping she was gonna like. Never. I'm not even gonna say it,
dude. Yeah, you fucked up 911. I cannot believe that.
She's laughing though. At least, look, she even just pointed at her crotch. She probably was like, "I'm not wearing underwear." That was funny as fuck.
So they're not gonna try to pick her up again.
No, I think they realized that was not a good idea. By the way, Little Guido has been eliminated in the match, so now it's just to Jerry and Super Crazy.
And now, mind you, these guys had about 700 triple threat matches in ECW, and it was always Guido getting eliminated first. So at least they kept the.
Sorry, it should be a three-way dance, not a triple threat. It's a little different.
That's right. That's true. That's good.
We're still doing shit of this ceremony, so guess what? That means you get another note because I'm sick of looking at it. Oh wait!
Wow, that is very insensitive.
Oh, never mind. No more notes.
Jerry,
no more
Jerry
notes.
Lynn.
That's not Jerry Lynn. That is Kid Kash.
That is Kid Kash. It looked like Jerry Lynn.
It did. No, it did. At first, I thought it was Jerry Lynn. Hey,
Wow,
Jerry Lynn.
Bob.
That's the
Holy
purple
man.
pants and the blonde hair.
It was,
I get
dude.
it. I get it.
100% the purple pants. And I also thought Kid Kash was in OVW, so I didn't think I'd see
He
him.
doesn't have a contract. He's wrestling trying to get one.
Oh, so he's doing like what Joey Matthews was doing, where he would wrestle in OVW as a independent contract.
Yeah, so he's trying to get a contract.
Okay. So that allows him to do this. Got it. That makes sense. Now he's been fired from TNA, obviously, so we won't see him again on the main series. And he is wrestling Cold Scorpio,
who is still actively wrestling.
Yep.
What title does he have here? Do you know?
It's probably something for Noah, if I had to guess.
I might be able to tell then if I see it. Show us the fucking title. He's holding it backwards.
And he's dancing a whole lot like he's Flash Funk. It's the wrong gimmick.
My Scorpio didn't generally dance like this.
Holy shit. Super Crazy just beat Tajiri? And Tajiri's on the roster. Wow. I don't think I remembered that one. I mean, Lance Storm did just beat Chris Jericho, too, in the opener. Oh. Wow. No wonder why One Night Stand 2005 is like an all-timer. Because they're actually doing what? They cut away from it?
That was dumb.
Oh, no, okay.
Scorpio's still coming out, so you're not missing anything. Oh, there it is. Dude, that balcony moonsault is nuts.
That was insane.
He deserved the job after that one, dude.
Absolutely, and I guarantee you that's what they did. They're like, oh, wow, Super Crazy's like amazing, so we'll just give him a job.
He is pretty freaking good.
And we'll give him a Mexican stereotype. Perfect.
Well, that happened.
And he looks in fantastic shape. I mean, holy crap.
So during One Night Stand, it looks like they're doing like memories. Look, they're showing Shane Douglas as Sandman.
Why would you lick a cheese grater?
Is anyone else sick of Tommy Dreamer? Because I am.
I'm kind of over it.
Scorpio has the microphone. Everyone who comes out in Hardcore Homecoming has to talk.
Every time I see Tommy Dreamer, there's. Oh wait, that wasn't Mike Awesome. Maybe it was. I can't remember.
It looked like it was.
Yeah, I think it was. Tommy Dreamer though, man, he has probably profited the most off of what ECW was.
Yeah, that's probably pretty fair to say because he still is.
Oh my God, they're showing some again hung upside down off of the balcony thing. Eagle's nest. Look at Sabu just crashing through everything. He was crashing through tables at Double or Nothing. Thank you, sir. May I have another? That's the day that Tommy Dreamer became innovator of violence, I think. They consider that. Because before he was just a white meat babyface, and then he got some respect here. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
They're doing boxing intros for Scorpio and Kid Kash.
This is a pretty big deal.
Okay.
No. Oh, the chair incident. Oh, that's right. Terry Funk with fire.
So that's like one of the biggest things between these two shows. They can do that in One Night Stand. They can show old footage. We ain't getting that on Homecoming.
Yeah.
We're getting them talking about it.
Yeah.
We ain't seeing it.
Shane Douglas is, they all could kiss my ass. It throws down the bell. Tommy Dreamer. Sandman wasn't blind, and he whacks him from behind. And then here's other fans going in the ring, and the ring collapses. Right No. We'll see you later.
Oh, Kid Kash is gonna hit hat. Oh my god, he tried to take his hat off. I think he just said, "I'm gonna fucking kill you."
That's what the heck I said, yeah. Here comes Psychosis.
Does he actually wrestle with that mask on?
I think so.
Because he wasn't wearing the mask at this time.
I wonder if he takes it off.
That's why I'm asking.
I bet he might.
Scorpio's wearing normal tights still here at Hardcore Homecoming.
Yeah, he just took it off.
Which I'm pretty surprised about. Yeah, he did. Yeah, there you go. Is Kid Kash gonna shake the hand? Oh, middle fingers.
That ain't right.
Okay, well, while they're delaying, there's an interview from Mike Tenay on audiowrestling.com. He said that he couldn't really say much about the TV situation, but it did indicate that a name change for the program might be in the works, so it might not be called Impact anymore. He said that he was confident that even without TV, that the Slammiversary pay-per-view would do fine. He also did put over Chris Candido in the interview, saying that TNA not only lost a wrestler, but a locker room leader. So speaking very highly of him as Rey Mysterio's out one night stand, and Kid Kash is pushing Scorpio on Hardcore Homecoming. This is kind of fun. I never thought we would do a double bonus here like this.
You're welcome.
It was a good idea. It's hard. I can't really pay attention to both, but I'm glancing down at one night stand. Oh, Scorpio's pushing back on Kid Kash now. Leapfrog off the rope. Cartwheel. Oh, look at that spin kick by Scorpio. Kid Kash ducked though, because Kid Kash is good as fuck. I'm so sad, dude, that we don't see Kid Kash on Impact anymore.
Yeah, I am too. He was, he might have been a head case, but he was a good head case.
Right. I mean, we're not seeing anyone on Impact right now because we have another week where there's not an Impact episode. But all that means for you guys, we have one more bonus episode coming. To be determined what. And actually, if you want to shoot the shit, I had an idea.
Okay. Because I have no idea.
So I'll just put this out here, guys. This is not a for sure thing. It is potentially going to be a surprise next week. I don't know what's going to happen, and it might even be a shorter episode because we discussed potentially watching like a match and like doing notes, and then like because I just don't know if there's a good show right now to watch. So
right.
I had an idea. If we can find it, didn't Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles have a 60-minute Iron Man match fairly recently in our timeline?
I don't know if it was
in like Ring of Honor.
I don't know if it was Iron Man.
Okay, they had a 60-minute match.
Yeah, I think it was PWG.
Even better. That's my idea. I thought about it this morning.
To watch that match?
To watch that match. Do notes, watch that match. Because I know it'll be good. Bob hates this idea right now.
No, I don't hate it.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of some ideas for us for next week. Because as much as I want to watch a 4-hour Ring of Honor show, I just don't know if that's what we need right now.
I'll tell you right now, I don't really want to watch the 4-hour.
I just don't know if that's what we're in the mood for right now.
A 4-hour Ring of Honor show is on the low end.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out a cool idea that's relatable, but not that.
Right. So
that's where I came out with this one match idea. It'd fill our normal time. It wouldn't be out of the ordinary. We could even do the notes before.
Yeah. It was back on May 13th. They had a match. PWG Jason takes PWG for the as a PWG title versus X Division title match.
Oh. That's a thought. We can shoot the shit more off air.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I don't know if I have those shows on a hard drive still, but I mean, they're on high spots.
Okay. I could work something out with that. I'm not opposed to that.
High spots is worth it. Even though I haven't watched anything on high spots.
I wouldn't keep it. I would do a trial. And
they probably do a week trial thing.
And I only say that because I just don't have time. I do actually think high spots is probably worth it, like doing it. But I recently signed up for Pro Wrestling Noah's. It's actually shared. It's Noah, Tokyo Joshi Pro, I think is the name, and DDT, and there's another one. It's called Wrestle Universe, and I had that for about 4 or 5 months, and I realized I wasn't using it anymore. I just didn't have time, and so I just canceled it.
Yeah, I probably haven't used high spots in months, but I still have it.
Yeah, so I canceled that one for now.
You got to support your small wrestling streaming services.
I guess, yeah. But like, they don't all need their own. Honor Club.
Honor Club. Horrible.
Scorpio is beaten down on Kash, dude. Kash hasn't done shit in this match.
That's not true. You flipped him off.
Okay. If you're following along on Hardcore Homecoming, we're at 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 22 seconds into this show. But I don't know if did we say? Oh yeah, you did say it. We found this on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the DVD like I do, Hardcore Homecoming 2-disc Platinum Edition, you can find it on YouTube. Also, I forgot to tell you about it. This is pretty funny. Check that out. See how it's broken?
Yeah.
I bought it like that. It came like that.
It came broken?
It came broken.
Was it used?
No. Dude, I'm telling you, Media Play Special right here.
Maybe that's why Media Play no longer exists.
Could be. Man, Media Play was the good shit for me for wrestling DVDs, dude.
I loved Media Play.
I have a funny. You want to hear another funny Media Play wrestling DVD story?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same day I bought this. But I remember I went there with my grandmother and my mom, and I was a big Tori Wilson fan. Who wasn't? Okay. And Master of the Hurricane Rana with the slowest out of the ring Hurricane Rana I've ever seen, because Scorpio went real slow. So they had this was around the time they did the Divas Undressed competition.
Right.
Thing.
Yeah.
And they have the DVD Divas Undressed. Tori Wilson's on the cover in lingerie. Well, I'm a big Tori Wilson fan. I'm also, 2005, 6th grade. fifth, 6th grade. I wanted it.
2005, I was a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up, actually. So I really wanted this DVD. Along with, I knew what happened at Judgment Day 2003 when she took off the bikini. I knew what happened on that show.
That was when it was flesh, right? Like a flesh color?
No, that was like the skinny, like sparkle one. But yeah.
Oh.
It was basically not one.
That was when I had to fast forward my VHS tape real quick.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I remember that. So I had that in hand. I knew I wanted that. Okay, I knew what I was doing. And then I knew I wanted Divas Undressed. My grandma thought I was trying to buy porn. Like, she literally was like, that is not appropriate. That is like a porno.
Well, arguably you were.
No, my mom was like, no, it's wrestling. They're not actually going to get naked in it. It wouldn't be in this section. Yeah,
but you were arguably trying to.
No, I like Tori Wilson. I just wanted the Tori Wilson DVD. Kid Kash just threw Scorpio off the stage. I want to point out on the screen behind Kash, Jerry Lynn was on it. Like a picture of Jerry Lynn.
Was that a picture of what?
The screen at the entrance ramp.
Yeah, because it's promoting the card.
Oh, is that it's just constantly going?
Yeah,
That's
it's been
dumb.
showing Raven and like Shane Douglas.
Oh, I don't like that. I didn't notice that. I didn't like that.
What do you mean you don't like that?
We're in the middle of the match. Put the match that you're watching now up.
Well, I mean that makes sense, but that's not what they did.
The SmackDown Crusade has come to One Night Stand.
I was just gonna say, yeah, they showed up.
As we're fighting in the crowd, Cash and Scorpio.
Kurt Angle's pants make it look like
Sandman.
he has an erection, but he doesn't.
He probably does.
Hopefully not.
It's well over 100 degrees in the One Night Stand, the Hardcore Homecoming ECW arena, they just said. That's awesome. I have the captions on for One Night Stand, and it says JBL says, I got the ticket, Mexican. That's what it said.
Is that what he just said?
I mean, probably.
That sounds like a JBL thing.
That's a pretty time appropriate JBL comment. So
yeah.
Scorpio is reaching under the ring, maybe? Or no? I can't really tell. Oh, no, he's just trying to get up.
He's probably looking for a water.
Oh, just baseball slide. Knock Scorpio off. There's no ring mats on the ground, by the way. This is definitely old ECW. Athletic Commission doesn't want barbed wire, but they also don't care if there's no mats on the concrete floor.
They don't believe in safety.
Cash has that title, which I still didn't get a good look at. Oh. Tag team title all the way from Japan, so Bob, you might be right. It might be the GHC title.
Scorpio getting a second win according to Joey Styles, jabbing Kid Cash around ringside.
This is a slower match.
Oh, chest first into the railing. Did Scorpio go? They're showing Sabu breaking his neck in slow motion on One Night Stand because, like, why not?
Yeah, I think that's a cool idea. I'll give you another TNA note after this match. I actually don't have a ton more, which is pretty cool.
Scorpio setting up for a powerbomb and hits it.
And he hits it. That's right.
As you go to the top.
That might be what the picture is. Right there on the back of the DVD.
Or it could be a Hurricane Rana.
Or it could be a Hurricane Rana.
Somersault leg drop.
Off the middle rope. Pretty impressive.
Scorpio sure was innovative. Oh no, he's going to the top now.
I need to find out who he was tag team champions with now.
Sandman.
In Japan?
Oh, I didn't know about ECW.
Oh.
He has a top rope somersault. I think he was Vader. I feel like he teamed with Vader before.
What?
In Japan.
I'm gonna look.
I don't know if they were tag team champions. Cash kicking out at 2. This is a wicked long video package on One Night Stand. I mean, like,
yeah, that's why
it's taking forever.
So this was in June we're watching, right?
Yeah. June 05.
I'm trying to find a Ricky Marvin? Yeah, it looks like it might have been Ricky Marvin.
Oh, wow. Did he ever win tag gold with Vader? I know they teamed.
Wait. That's not true. Hold on. It looks like he actually won the tag team title with Doug Williams on January 23rd, 2005. So it is the Noah title, the GHC tag team title. And I'm not even going to... Oh, he fought Agawa and Masawa.
Joel Gerdner decided to go up to the SmackDown crew, and then now they are...
I'm pretty sure he's wearing the same outfit he was wearing on Hardcore Homecoming.
JBL just shoved Gerdner to the ground.
It looks like Scorpio teams with a shit ton of people here. There's also the day, or not the day after, the next month when he went back to Noah, he teamed with Doug Williams and Ace Steel.
Oh, wow. That's the one thing about Japan that I like is there's so many random tag teams.
Yeah, there really is.
Pele kick or a buzzsaw kick, and that only gets a 2 count on Kid Kash.
Get off the hair. You're kidding me? We're in Philly. Another power bomb to Kid Kash.
Straight jacket power.
Yeah, it was. He did. He had the arms.
Going to the top rope and 450. And that was
over. Okay.
That was like fairly one-sided.
I thought so too, dude. That was weird to me. 2. Cold Scorpio.
Do you think maybe like Kash didn't want to do a lot because he's trying to get a contract? So he like took offense instead of doing it?
I don't know. That also seems weird. Oh, see, now I can see the tag bump.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
What is our next match?
Did you see the logo of the fuzz thing there? Who the fuck is this?
That, I think, is John Cronus.
Okay.
That's definitely John Cronus.
Wow. Okay. Guess it is. Did you say that Perry Center has a broken neck?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why he's not on the show, because he has a broken neck. Oh my God. Cronus is wrestling in a handicap match. That's not going to go well. Who is he fighting? Oh, he can still do a split.
Okay. Is that like a thing you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Cronus was... Oh, no. Axel. And Ian? Is it Ian, too? Oh, shit. That's not good. I thought Cronus was pretty solid in ECW, but at this point, he has easily gained 60 pounds.
Holy shit.
Since the peak of his ECW run. Oh, you know what? I bet you this is where New Jack comes out.
Oh.
Joey's explaining the Taipei death match that the Rons had, which, in case you didn't know, is when you tape up your fists, you put glue on them, and you put your hands in a bucket that's filled with glass.
Mm-hmm.
And then you proceed to then punch each other repeatedly in the forehead with the glass covered fist. So as you could imagine, there is blood.
Yep. Meanwhile, Rob Van Dam and Bill Alfonso coming out. Looks like Rob Van Dam is injured at this time. That's why he's not wrestling on what I've seen.
Yeah, I think he had like a torn ACL or whatever. I don't even know when he comes back to wrestle, though. This is 2005, so he's probably not back till, I don't know, a while. Because at the time, I think he was like, when he got hurt, I think he was teaming with Ray. Which is like a forgotten tag team, I feel like. "2004, let's see. Okay.
I'm going to show you how to beat the shit out of somebody.
2005. Yeah. So he got injured January 11th. That's his last match of 2005. It was a SmackDown. Him and Ray lost the tag titles in a 4-way, where the Basham brothers won the titles in a match that featured Booker T and Eddie Guerrero, and then the team of Luther Reigns and Mark Jindrak in a 4-way elimination. So he does not return until the Royal Rumble. Nah. He's out over a year.
Oh, wow. John Kronos is getting the shit beat out of him.
That's crazy. I don't think I realized that.
Which rotten guy is the one who screws people out of money?
Ian.
So not the blonde one.
No.
Okay. He looks like someone who would screw you out of money. Is he Mid-South?
Ian is, yeah.
IWA Mid-South. That's what I thought.
Yeah. And then here comes a New Jack.
Now here we fucking go, dude.
Now it's a party.
He does not appear at any one night stands, correct?
New Jack? I can't imagine. No.
I don't think he does.
No. That's, if you want to talk about liability, I mean, New Jack's the definition of it. If there is a microphone at your venue, make sure he doesn't get one.
This is a great time to retell the story. He's got a fucking knife. He literally has a knife.
This shit makes me uncomfortable.
This is a great time to retell the story. Oh my god.
Dude, see, but here's the thing. I could see him literally putting that through his skull.
Holy shit.
Because he did work for Ian a couple times, and I wonder if he got paid.
Oh, there you go. Our friend Austin Skinner at a pro wrestling syndicate show decided to yell because so New Jack was having the new Gangstas team, and he was like the manager. Yeah. And he was trying to get someone to join, and he basically yelled something that was like, "If you don't join, he's gonna stab you."
Yeah.
And it was as quiet as it could possibly be in that arena. And I should say building.
We're using the word arena.
I know. I should have said building.
It's basically like a dance ballroom.
It's the Starland Ballroom. Yeah. I've seen concerts there and such as well. So my bad. I say arena. I mean building. But anyways, it was so quiet, and he slowly turned around. He knew exactly who the fuck just said that. Exactly who said it.
He wanted to. Well, he was like wondering. He was like, "Who said that?"
Yeah, it was.
He was looking around.
Yeah, he probably should not have yelled that.
Yeah, that was good.
This segment here is.
I mean, so here's the thing. On both these shows, I do not care about the Bad Breed and New Jack and Cronus. Like, I don't care. This is literally just going to be brawling and blood. Like, there's going to be probably 0 moves involved. And then on the one night stand, it's just Rob Van Dam shooting, saying, "Hey, my knee hurts." And ECW was my company, and you know, all of our guys deserve success, and like, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Now, the Paul Heyman promo's on this show too, isn't it? That's not 2006, right?
Oh,
Or was
no,
it?
I think that, I don't know.
Well, because isn't there like the Raw guys come here too?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because like Bischoff and like Edge, and doesn't Edge like spit out his water when he mentions Matt Hardy? And he's like, "Pfft,
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
what the hell, Matt Hardy? Oh." The dream became a reality. I can't wait for ECW. Blah, 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 blah. Whoop-de freaking do. Cool, great. Axel and Cronus are going backstage with all the blood.
I like how they're just playing the music, just beating the shit out of everyone.
Yeah, well, that was the thing that New Jack did. New Jack would wrestle with his music playing the entire time.
I like it. Ding.
New Jack elbowing Ian right on the nuts. And you'll be surprised to know that all 4 men are bleeding a lot.
Yeah. And this is not a match. They are just beating the shit out of everyone.
Right, there is no referee. Although they did say it was a handicap match and that Cronus...
They did?
Yeah, Styles said that Cronus was going to wrestle a handicap match, so it was supposed to be a match.
Oh my god, one night stand, the lights are out, and it says, what the?
Rhino had just attacked Van Dam.
What the fuck is happening, Bob? They just pulled out a scaffold on Hardcore Homecoming.
Where did that come from?
Sabu has appeared on One Night Stand covered in bandages, which we will see why soon.
Yeah.
On his neck, chest, and face.
Yeah, he's definitely...
Shoulder as well.
Definitely taped up. Rhino looking absolutely shredded.
Okay, so you don't remember this because it's an impromptu match between Rhino and Sabu.
Yeah, that would explain that.
Yeah, Rhino is in wicked good shape here, dude.
I don't think I've ever seen him like that.
I wonder if we'll see him again soon.
I wonder.
Sabu could still go in 2005, too.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't really hit or miss yet.
Nah, he was still doing pretty good. I think he's got at least like 2 more years on him.
Well, when I saw him in 2010 against Spike, I mean, that was...
That was 2010? Oh, never mind. He's got 5 more years in him then.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time I remember being like, wow, Sabu's not doing too bad. Because that's when he shaved his head.
Yes, yeah. And I don't think I knew that. So when he came out bald, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, and that was good. That was the last time I saw him, and I was like, Sabu still got it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was not good.
Yeah, because I'll never forget that match with Falaba.
Oh, same show as the New Jack incident.
Yeah.
Sabu had one of the absolute worst matches I've ever seen in my entire life, ever.
Because the Genie kept
God
on
rest her soul.
Kept throwing him a chair, and he would always say, wrong way.
He was fucking pissed.
He was getting annoyed. He was like, wrong way.
New Jack and Cronus has a table. There's chairs everywhere. There's blood everywhere. There's literally just... I don't even know what's happening on Hardcore Homecoming anymore.
So I think New Jack is probably going to jump off the scaffold. That's what I'm assuming.
Oh. He's not going to throw someone off of it?
No, I don't think he's gonna throw anybody off.
Who was that again? Remind me.
What do you mean?
The
Brian
ex
Lee.
Brian Lee.
When he goes through all the tables in the ring?
That's Brian Lee.
Yeah, you're talking about the scaffold match when the guy is like thrown through
Is
all
that the
tables.
XPW one?
Well, that would be Vic Grimes for that one.
Oh no, that's the one I'm remembering. Vic Grimes.
Okay,
Yep, New Jack is in fact climbing up. Let's see what he's gonna do. I like how they just casually rolled out a scaffold.
that's what I'm saying. I've heard of people going back and getting a ladder or a table or a guard railing. I've never seen somebody go backstage and then pull out a scaffold.
Yeah. Okay, he's on top of it.
I think
Music is still playing, by the way.
Maybe they should bring Grimes out and then they can recreate the XPW moment where New Jack almost died.
So it looks like they're about to put Ian on it.
Is that Ian?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Yeah, that's Ian.
Yeah, that's Ian.
He's got that stupid shirt on. That's how I know. Off the scaffold, through the table. Nice spot. Crowd's going absolutely fucking nuts. So they're loving. And listen, if we were there live, this is probably a ton of fun. Like the brawling everywhere and stuff. Yeah. Like that's always fun when you're there live. I feel like it's hard to translate that onto like watching a show.
Oh, absolutely.
But that was a good spot. I like that.
It's just like when there's brawling in the crowd. Half the time, the camera can never pick it all up.
It's for the live crowd, and if you're not live, then it sucks.
Yeah. That's absolutely what.
Because like when they'd go nuts in the pastime, I'd get nervous and be like, "Hey, grab our shit," because who knows what's gonna happen right now.
Right.
And I'd put my fucking bag back on, and I'd grab if we had drinks or whatever. You gotta grab it, or you're not gonna see it again. Crowd's going nuts for New Jack here.
Got to put up the X.
He's got the microphone. You know what? Okay, we had a weird cut. They cut something out there, or... Oh, no, they just, like, redid it. That was a weird cut.
It's a New Jack with a microphone. I think I'd cut, too.
You and Ian, much love.
There wasn't even like a result. He just stopped after the dive.
Yeah. Stop. It's not a match. There's no result.
Yeah, I know. So what the hell was the point? They just literally beat each other up for, I'd say, 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes. New Jack jumps off a scaffold, put him through a table, and then they're just like, dab it up. Dab. Yeah, dude. Dude, you got me good.
Dude, thanks, man. Yeah, you put me through the table off the scaffold.
That's an unwritten rule in ECW. If you jump off a scaffold and put somebody through a table, the beef is over. That's it. RVD is hobbling on one leg. He's helping out Sabu getting the table. And Sabu is going to hit the Arabian Facebuster kind of through the table.
So New Jack is saying they're motherfucking rebels and motherfucking this, motherfucking that. Oh, they don't want to get in the ring with New Jack. Boo. Oh, he made a decision. How long? Yeah, he's talking about him coming down the aisle, turning this shit upside down. I'm still here doing my thing. I'm about to beat the fuck out of people. Let's go. They should have had this dude on One Night Stand jumping off the balcony. Untamed live mic.
You never know. He could. There's just a lot of talking on this show.
There's actually probably a lot more than you would expect. I'm telling you, when I say everyone had a microphone, so far nearly every single person has talked. And I have a feeling that's why the show's so long.
Probably.
You're watching a 3-hour show, half of it's talking. Hey, that's a good point. Thanks for the reminder, Bob. Speaking of talking, Christopher Daniels did an interview with Slam Sports indicating why he chose to sign a 3-year deal with TNA as opposed to seeing if he could get a deal with WWE. He says, quote, "It's not lost on me that the chances that I've had that fell apart due to bad luck or whatever you call it. I've always said that I was going to stay loyal to a company that gave me the opportunity, and that's what TNA has done with me, and that's why I'm here." So, there you go.
Yeah.
And he says that TNA is taking really good care of me, and I wanted to reciprocate that. He's got a new kid at this point, new daughter. And he doesn't want to be away from home for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. That seems to be quite a trend here with the early TNA guys. Like Styles just had a kid, Daniels just did, and they don't want to stay gone as long as the WWE deal would make them.
Well, I like how you said, or however it was worded, that he has a new kid, like he bought one.
I was just reading quick, but yeah, he did. He bought her from the black market. No, I'm kidding.
Found this new kid.
Hey, there's Raven in a video clip attacking Sandman. Oh, dude, PJ Polacco stumbling down to the ring here. And I say that because he literally just like tripped when he was like taunting. Just incredible, and I don't know who that guy is. Oh, it's Jason. Sexiest man on earth, Jason. I feel like Just Incredible is like very overhyped. Am I wrong to say that?
You think Just Incredible is overhyped?
Yeah, I mean, am I wrong to say that? And I don't know. Maybe that's not the right way to put it. Oh fuck yeah, dude, Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn.
We have seen this match in TNA. Just saying.
A few times.
He fought in Dusty Struck once.
That's right. I don't know, man. I tend to like Just Incredible.
I guess, and maybe what it is to me is he plays a really good like heel, and he's like the annoying heel.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just what it is. It's just like, since he annoys me because he's doing a good job, that I'm like, yo, fuck this guy.
I think he gets a lot of a bad rap because, he's the ECW champion around the time when ECW is like going out of business.
Mm.
But that's not really his fault, obviously. That's
right. Maybe that's what it has to relate to. I don't know. I just want to point out, Joey Styles just said this is Jerry Lynn's first match back in 11 months. Have we seriously not watched Jerry Lynn wrestle in 11 months?
That sounds about right.
That's fucking crazy. And here's the Raw team coming that Bob was wondering on One Night Stand. Great, so it's car alarm is going off. I'm trying to watch hardcore shows. Fucking alarm's going off now. Oh, just incredible going with the white beater shirt.
I mean, that makes him look kind of trashy.
He wrestles in jean shorts. He already looks trashy.
Yeah, but the wife beater makes it even worse.
I prefer to call them white beaters because I don't like that they call them wife beaters.
Yeah.
Makes me feel uncomfortable. Who can forget the summer series that these guys had? Well, Bob speaks so highly of it. He tells me all the time, "Did you see the summer series between Just Incredible and Geraldine?" And I say, "No, I did not."
Yeah, of course you didn't.
And here comes Chris Benoit on One Night Stand. Okay, Jerry Lynn, Just Incredible, squaring up. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, Incredible slips out. That's bullshit, dude. We're, by the way, an hour, 47 minutes, and 15 seconds into the show. If you're watching One Night Stand, though, we're an hour, 14 minutes, and 8 seconds into that one. So,
can you feel the heat?
So we got lots of stuff going on here today on the TNA Wrestling podcast. Here comes Eddie Guerrero, as Bob just alluded to. Is Eddie a heel at this time? I don't remember.
June. Yeah, I think so.
He looks fucking pissed. That's why I'm wondering.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he had turned heel by this point.
Oh, wait. Is this the same year he fights Ray in the ladder match?
Yes.
Okay. This is like... I think this is some of the best shit of Eddie Guerrero. Oh, yeah, and then he fucking dies in November, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. That sucks, but that's...
Yeah.
That's the history.
Yep.
When we were supposed to get a Eddie Guerrero Shawn Michaels match at WrestleMania.
What?
Yeah, 2006, 22, WrestleMania 22. They were going to do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We finally got a lockup between Credible and Jerry Lynn now. That's another thing on the show, as I feel like they are doing is a lot of fucking delaying. A lot of talking and a lot of delaying matches.
Well, I mean, are you really surprised?
No. Ugh.
Now, I don't even know. I think Credible's, ever since his release in 2003, he's just been doing indies, and obviously had a couple month run in TNA, and then of course he blocked me on Twitter.
Why did he do that, Bob?
Well, you know, I told you why, didn't I?
I forget. That's also
okay. So he had posted something on Twitter about being mad about a promoter canceling a show.
Oh.
Like 3 weeks in advance. And all I said, because he goes, "Oh man, looking for a booking. You know, it's unprofessional to cancel shows 3 weeks out. I just lost out on $500." And then I said, well, at least he gave you like notice instead of like the day before.
Right.
Apparently, that was like not right.
That was too much for him.
Right. So then he blocked me. And then when I realized I was blocked, I was like, well, in 2019 or whatever, who's paying Justin Credible $500 to be on a wrestling show?
And then did he unblock you and then yell at you again?
No, then he DM'd us asking for $50 for it.
Right. He did do that.
Because times are tough.
I don't know if he said that part.
He did. He said, times have been tough.
Did he?
I'm asking, yeah. He was like, I can do an interview for $50. We can talk about TNA, which I was like, that you were there for 2 months.
Right. Which, I mean, my only thing is that I feel like he tends to screw people.
That's
So
why I
was against it as well. Because, for example, let's use this. He came out with a book recently.
Right.
A year or so ago. And he promised that you could get an Aldo Montoya mask if you pre-ordered it from him. I don't know if anyone got those. Because I saw a lot of people who were pretty pissed off.
Yeah, I don't know if people like got the book.
You can get the book on Amazon at least, so there's like that option.
Well, so I tried to do that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and then like the order was like canceled.
Oh.
And then I saw that the guy that helped write it was like, if you do an order, it's out of my hands if you get it or not. So he was like distancing himself from it.
Oh boy.
So when I saw that, I was like, okay, well, I guess not. Because I would love to read a Justin Credible book. I think that he'd probably have a lot of things to talk about. But if you can't rely,
is it this one?
To get
Is this the book?
Yep.
Okay, so it looks like. See, this is weird though. Who's selling this? Oh, it's literally the writer and. Oh, is that just the author?
Kenny Casanova, right?
Yeah, and PJ Palaka. So you can buy it paperback $24.95, but it does not include Prime shipping, which is bullshit because it's on Amazon. It costs $6 to ship it, and you will get it. Now we're recording this on May 29th, June 1st to June 5th, and it's sold by something weird. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be trying that one.
Yeah.
At least on Amazon, you can get your money back, but that's what I mean. So anyways, he screws people. So I wasn't about to send him $50 for him to not do an interview with us.
Right.
And if I'm paying someone for an interview, I'm sorry, you got to be there more than 2 months and be a little bit cooler. Because for the record, both Goldilocks and Chris Harris did not charge us anything. And we had phenomenal interviews. Check those out in the archives, other bonus episodes. Really, really, I think some of the best stuff we've done.
Yeah, and they were there for a substantially long time.
Yeah, and they did openings for our show, which you guys hear every few weeks because we switch them up. I mean, I can't speak better about either one of those people.
Right.
Jerry Lynn takes the chair from Jace and goes to hit. Oh, super kick. Justin Credible hit the super kick so hard he fell out of the frame. Like he didn't fall near Jerry Lynn. He fell away from him. Justin Credible is also busted open here. So is Eddie Guerrero on One Night Stand, who's taking a chair to the back Chris Benoit ringside. The referee goes yelling to Justin Credible, "That cut's pretty deep. Do you want to quit? You want me to call the match?" And I like that. I like how blatantly obvious he's saying, "That cut's pretty fucking bad. Do you want to stop?" Just
Have you had enough?
Running knee. Jason holding the chair in front of Jerry Lynn's face. Ooh, he pulled him out of the corner, powerbombed him on the steel chair, goes for the cover, but that was a kick out of 2. This referee's annoying as fuck. Do you give up?
I think that's John Pee Wee Moore.
He's wicked annoying. Give up! No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Damn him. Oh, Jalen. Nope, that's another 2 count. Two and a half.
Yeah, Jason made an appearance at both as well.
Oh, see, like that's interesting. Holy shit, there's referee. Hey! Hey! He doesn't quit. He's still in. You giving up? Are you giving up?
I'll tell you that their ECW matches were better.
Well, I feel like this one has been a lot of headlocks. It's been fairly slow.
Pig boot in the corner by Jerry Lynn. And a power slam by Credible. A deep power slam by.
Yeah, I like that.
What would you rather watch, Guerrero and Benoit or Credible and Lynn?
Guerrero and Benoit. Even though it's kind of looking a little sloppy over there, to be honest with you.
I was just about to say, because you kind of missed the crossface a little bit.
The old 7-10 split.
Ooh, short arm clothesline. Oh, that was awkward a little bit. Oh. Boom. Hits the kryptonite crunch.
That's it. Right?
No. 1, 2. It's the cradle or nothing, dude. You know that.
The cradle or nothing, he says.
Cradle power driver.
I know.
I'm saying for people listening.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My apologies. Tombstone pile driver. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Okay, I thought he was just about to beat Jerry Lynn.
Just incredulous. Incredulous.
Joel Gertner is harassing Eric Bischoff again. All right, one night stand.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Joel Gertner begging Eric Bischoff for a job. Can I please have a job? I need one. I'll do anything.
Oh, what's going on? Okay, they're doing nothing in this match now. These guys are killing me here.
I mean, I would say it's a fairly disappointing match.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's bullshit, dude. He's just yelling at Jason. Jason just ruined what could have been a classic. Okay.
You know what? That's Joey's job.
I know. It's not his fault. Springboard drop kick. Jerry Lynn going to the top rope with just incredible here. And holy shit, Hurricane threw a table on the floor. Okay, I didn't see that one coming.
No.
That was pretty good.
That will kind of maybe pick up the action, hopefully.
That was crazy. Here comes Mike Awesome on One Night Stand. This ends up being one of his last matches, doesn't it, Mike Awesome?
I think so.
He's looking pretty good, too. Jazz? Jazz is at Hardcore Homecoming. The best booty in the business.
You didn't know that Jazz was the best booty in the business, Dan?
No, I don't think I did know that. And Masato Tanaka is coming out on One Night Stand, so you can imagine what's going to happen in that match.
Hello.
Oops. There we go. I almost just messed up my One Night Stand because I was trying to minimize because I wanted to see if this was one, if it is his last or one of his last matches. Oops, I hit the wrong guy. And Jerry Lynn has just pinned Just Incredible.
Told you.
Thank God, dude. Okay, it is in fact his last match. Before this, he was wrestling quite a bit in Pro Wrestling Noah. Wow.
Oh, really?
From October 9th, 2004 until March 5th, 2005. I mean, very consistently. He did a lot of Japan work. All Japan. In 2003, he fights Just Incredible and New Jack at a Full Impact Pro. Of course, the last time we saw him in TNA, it looks like it was that tables match with Mike Sanders.
Oh, yeah.
That was on May 14th, 2003, so it's been quite some time. But he's getting his stuff in here. He did not slow down very much. I kind of thought he did, so. Jerry Lynn's on the mic now, dude. I tell everyone's got to talk a little bit.
Got to share all your memories, you know?
Yeah, of course.
You know, while they're giving Justin props. Justin.
Oh, look at you, dude. You can order the DVD. The official Hardcore Homecoming event program with a foreword written by Terry Funk. The Swanson and Rittner t-shirt with the address.
Hang on a minute. Order the DVD that we're watching?
I just read the note, remember? That it said, well, that was about the program, it said, but you're going to be able to order it. They wanted to get it out within 2 weeks. Oh, fuck yeah, here we go.
No, but I'm saying there were just was it the DVD of what we're watching?
No.
Okay.
It was the event program.
Right.
I thought it was the same cover as the DVD that we're watching.
Right. Okay, that's why I was confused. Buy the
care about
DVD that
nothing
you're
else
already
now.
watching.
I don't care about nothing else because Raven
I don't care about
is coming
anything
out.
else.
For some reason, the quality has gotten mega shit for this match, which is just great.
Because it's Raven.
Hey! Who's this dweeb in the hat?
That's the Musketeer.
You act like I should know that.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, I don't. He's with Meanie as well. And of course, Sandman's about to come out and make a 27-minute entrance. Hardcore effing homecoming.
Even if I know when. Yeah. So, know anymore. Sleep with one eye open. Pillow day. July. July.
This is the Bob Sings section of the show.
Never. Yeah, it is. And I hope that we get flagged and that
We will not be getting flagged.
Oh.
Dude, the quality looks like a garbage disposal is watching our video. It looks so fucking awful right now.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Mike Awesome and Tanaka are having an absolute classic, so.
There's Orlando Jordan and JBL. Watch on.
Oh, he's already in there.
Okay, we're going to be here for a few minutes. So, the final Impact show on Fridays from May 27th on FSN drew a 0.3 rating. It's second highest of the year for a Friday afternoon show. The show's final 2005 average here was a 0.22 on Friday afternoon and a 0.25 on Saturday night for their FSN run. So for FSN standards, not bad. Also, another fun one for you, Bob, is that AJ Styles, you'll probably mention this here eventually, but he defeated Petey Williams in Italy over the weekend to retain the NWA title. So Petey got an NWA title match over the weekend in Italy. We still got 53 minutes, 53 seconds left in the show here. I got two more small notes. I'll tell you after this match, probably. Sandman still walking around the ring.
Yeah, it's going to take another 40 minutes. Buy the t-shirt Hardcore effing Homecoming.
The legacy lives on, it says on the back. Why did Raven have the Musketeer guy with him?
Because it's just part of his random posse.
It's like the Outcasts, like the weirdos.
Yeah, pretty much.
His name is literally the Musketeer.
Yeah, I believe so.
It just, I mean, that's what it just said. Sandman's looking rough.
Yeah, he doesn't look great.
I mean, the downward angle up to his gut wasn't helping. They're showing JBL way too much during the awesome match here. They're going back and forth to JBL.
Well, he's the, top heel.
During the match this much.
Yeah, they don't care about ECW. You still gotta get over your own talent that you've invested your money in.
They've shown him a couple times. You don't need to show him this much. Fuck him up, Sandman. Fuck him. Okay, Raven's got to talk now. Okay, it's Raven's turn. I believe we only have one more match after this one. It's the barbed wire, no real barbed wire match.
That's correct.
Oh, Raven's saying he's a major, major star. It's an embarrassment that he's got to come back here. That's pretty funny. I think the renovations are excellent. Okay, so Mike Awesome died in 2007. So he just did this match and was like, that's it, I'm fucking done.
Well, because I don't think I think they wanted to sign him, but he didn't want to do it.
That's what I was just gonna ask, because I just I mean, he's fucking destroying. I mean, he's going nuts.
Yeah.
I guess if he didn't want it.
I'm pretty sure that they tried. And he was just like, no.
Yeah, literally. So on Wikipedia, this is what you were saying. So it says the crowd greeted Austin with cheers at the beginning of the match, whatever. So Joey Styles made frequent references to Austin leaving ECW for WCW, and during the match, Styles infamously said, "And it's a shame he didn't succeed in taking his own life." By the end, and of course, the crowd fucking loved the match, of course. We have the weird pop-up on our screen again. It's just stupid. But here it is. Oh, okay. So after he retired from wrestling, he was a real estate agent. So he just started a new career after this match.
Johnny Polo.
What an insult, dude.
Polo.
Raven kicking Sandman in the head a few times. Paul Heyman's coming out on One Night Stand, so he's about to do that classic promo there.
I'm surprised. So on that, on the hard or One Night Stand, it's at 145.09. So he's gonna do that for a while. So they're probably on the main event after this.
Yeah, I think they might be. We're about to see a double main event here, guys. No rope barbed wire, and I forgot what the main event of One Night Stand is.
Dreamer Sandman Dudley's, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what they do, like the flaming table and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck him up, Sandman. I don't like that we have like a shitty watermark on our screen right now.
It'll go away.
That's okay. We can still see the match, luckily.
Yeah.
Oh, Sandman's got the musketeer hat on. Okay, he threw it. It's gone now. Hardcore hack, someone's yelling at Sandman.
Classic WC dub.
Who doesn't love some hardcore hack, dude?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that the other day. I was like, how did he get a run? And it was only for like a minute.
Hardcore hack, dude. Needed him for that hardcore title.
I guess so. A few laughs, a few ha-has.
Raven, you suck. Raven! Now, as we know, in about 9 days, Raven is going to be in the King of the Mountain match.
Oh,
At
right.
Slammiversary. I don't think it was actually announced, but guess what? There's no fucking TV leading up to it, so spoiler alert.
Well, I believe something happens on the pay-per-view that.
Oh, okay. So guys, Raven quit. I didn't know that. Okay. It happened 18 years ago. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Get that. Post those hate comments about how sometimes we spoil stuff that happened 18 years ago. Remember that? That was fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Oops.
Oops. Oopsie. Anyway, it's gonna be. I can't wait for Slammiversary. Actually, I really, really can't wait for Slammiversary.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But that's why I'm thinking with next week, if we kind of just watch a fun match, cover our last set of notes, and it'll be a quick little mini bonus episode right before, because 2 days after our next bonus episode is Slammiversary.
Right.
That's how close we are.
And you're hoping for it to be a good show or a good match.
Slammiversary?
No,
whatever we watch.
The one match, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, ideally, I'd like to watch something that will hopefully be decent.
Right, but I don't want to give the illusion, give up the hope that it's a classic 5-star. We don't know. We've never watched it.
Right.
So it could very well suck.
Very well suck, absolutely.
Or not, meet the expectations or hopes that we have for it.
Right. The Sandman is ascending the turnbuckle.
And there's the Rolling Rock.
Sandman's got a table. We always like a nice table. Oh, swinging the kendo stick. Raven's busted open pretty good, it looks like. The white Russian leg sweep. Which I thought Bob was making that up, but that is what Joey Styles just called it.
The Rolling Rock?
No, the white Russian leg sweep.
Oh, yeah. How dare you think I would make something up? I've never done that in my life.
No. Oh, shit. Leaping somersault senton through the table off the top rope to Raven. You would think this is a match with Jeff Hardy. And Raven gave him the Jeff Hardy moves. Like he did with Sean Waltman in the House of Fun match. But don't worry, Meanie stopped that. He pulled the referee out. Sandman is like, whatever, fuck you. Meanie up top.
One, two, he kicks out.
Bunch of bullshit. Two count only, though. The Musketeer obliges by giving him a chair. Dudleys are coming out on one night stand currently. Donnie Allen? I don't even know who that is. Who is Don E. Allen?
He's a jobber guy.
Okay. They're really hyping him up. Oh, and they literally just said he might be the only jobber we ever had.
Yeah.
And Mikey Whipwreck here, he just took out Don E. Allen. He's going in his pocket. Oh, he's got a beer.
Trying to be like friends. He's got a brewski for the Sandman. What
Oh my
the
God.
hell?
Whippersnapper and Raven gets the pin.
I wasn't expecting
Sandman.
that.
9 minutes, 56 seconds. Match is done. They said that.
Oh.
And unfortunately, we still have this fucking watermark on everything.
Whoops.
Well,
Keep them separated.
Raven whooped ass as he always does.
He ain't about to job out.
Look at him showing the little picture. Look at. It's a hardcore homecoming, and then it zooms in. Icons of Hardcore, limited edition art print and autographed event chairs available now. HardcoreHomecoming.com. We're going right into the main event here. Why are you singing Terry Funk's song right now?
Because that's what it is. That's what they're playing. What am I not allowed to do that?
I don't want to be that guy, but why is there ropes on still?
That's a really great question.
Just saying. Hey,
Was it not originally a barbed wire match?
Maybe not. Oh. Okay. They have not allowed many years. They have not allowed barbed wire in wrestling in years now, and so it was supposed to be, and now that we're in the ring and they're taking it down, so it looks like they're literally like, fuck them. We're gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, so it was originally just a regular match, and then they incorporated the barbed wire after, or like at the show.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
They thought it was fake barbed wire, gimmick barbed wire.
So what does that mean? That they can still use it?
Oh, that's funny. They're waiving the rules for one night only. And here comes Shane Douglas with Francine. Little smooch and all.
Do you remember? Ooh.
Look at them settling their differences to be able to be friends. Look, he's even holding the barbed wire up so Francine can get in the ring for us.
Well, he's a gentleman. And listen, I mean, they were always like better as a unit. I mean, Shane Douglas always tried to find like another Francine with a variety of different, women, Tori Wilson and all whatever, and it just never worked, motherfucker. So I'm glad that
No one is Francine besides Francine.
exactly.
Cut the fucking music. I like how they came out and Terry Funk left and he's about to come back out.
Thank you, Shane. We love you. Yeah, talk it up, pal.
We're bringing hardcore back to fucking life.
That's right.
Okay, so BWO is also on One Night Stand now. Sandman's out. So Meanie has appeared on 2 shows now. Is this when Simon Dean was happening or no?
No.
Okay.
That's later in 2000. That's after BWO.
I couldn't remember. That makes sense.
Because what is it? He fights Lashley, right? At the pay-per-view, and he gets a burger shoved down his throat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like No Mercy, 2005. Or no, 2006. Bobby Lashley doesn't show up in 2005, does he?
It's a real fucking test for me, dude. I have no idea.
I don't think he does, because he's on like ECW and shit. I think it's 2006.
Yeah, 2006 sounds more accurate, but
On my father's grave.
Sabu's caught up in the middle of it, he's saying. Basically, he just wants to fuck up Terry Funk, it sounds like.
So that's kind. He doesn't want to beat up Sabu. He just is in the way.
Right. There's less than 30 minutes left of One Night Stand.
Same thing with Hardcore Homecoming.
Yeah, so we're 2 hours, 36 minutes, 52 seconds. Sabu not covered in bandages yet. I don't like this like double angle like split screen they got for entrances. Not a fan of that, really.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who keep trying to find managers, I feel like Sabu always was trying to find a fucking Alfonso after. Because remember he had so he's Genie, of course, and then he had the guy with the weird hat on. Remember him? We saw him at one of the 2CW shows. There was like a guy who looked like he would wrangle monkeys at a circus, and that was like Sabu's like one of his managers.
No Axel Rotten and Balls Mahoney also making.
Oh.
It's here. I want to watch his barbed wire. I gotta see it.
Okay, Bob's leaving me alone now. Bob's literally gonna miss one of the biggest moments of the show because he's gotta go pee right now. And here comes Terry Funk. Tammy is by his side as a remembrance of Chris Candido. Tammy and Terry Funk is a weird. There is, and always will be. One true hardcore legend, and you're looking at him. Terry Funk, Sabu, Shane Douglas, no rope barbed wire match. This is a pretty solid main event, I'd say. They got streamers if they're even thrown in here. Oh, Kid Kash is making an appearance on One Night Stand as well. It's pretty exciting. Bill Alfonso, the manager, who goes it right down the middle, blowing his whistle like you would not fucking believe. Sabu. Oh, he didn't miss it. Bob is back. Holy crap. Bob, I thought you were going to miss one of the biggest moments of the show, but you're back. Terry Funk being introduced now. After we get the introduction such out of the way, I will give you guys our final two TNA notes of the show. And on One Night Stand, Bob, Kid Kash just made an appearance. You got a donut?
Yeah, I had to get the last donut. And you know what? Nothing goes better with a barbed wire match than a Bavarian donut.
Where'd you get a donut?
I went to Wegmans earlier.
You didn't bring me any last night.
No.
Okay. So it's a three-way dance. There's elimination in this. Now that all that's done, There's an interesting story here with Jim Duggan, who's, as we know, involved in people looking to buy TNA. I don't know why. It's very odd to me. Well, he was interviewed in an upstate New York newspaper. I don't know if this is around when he potentially could have appeared on any local show. I don't know. But anyways, it was regarding a local kid training to be a pro wrestler. Duggan was working the city. So he's in the city working a local indie guy. He said it was very different from when he came in during the early 80s. He said a lot of guys only have one option to make money, which is Vince. Now, when he was asked about TNA, he laughed and said something to the effect of, not with a 0.1 TV rating, about people making money with him. So,
well,
I do not like the way they are filming this match with the split screens every once in a while.
It's weird, yeah.
Terry Funk and Shane Douglas both thrown into the barbed wire. Terry Funk's sitting in it, and Shane Douglas bounced right off.
Well, they're also wearing shirts.
Right. It still hurts. It can poke through.
Yeah,
Sabu,
I mean,
off the chair.
I don't remember a time that Shane Douglas ever wore a shirt.
Well, there you go. He started after this. My final note for the show about TNA.
And by the looks of it, he's wearing at least double layer.
It does look like that, yeah. The final note here. So last week we talked about wrestlers who were booked on the May 31st taping, essentially getting paid 1.5 times their normal show pay. Well, apparently, so that was for everyone and not just top wrestlers. So it was reported originally that it was just top guys, but everyone got paid extra money because they canceled the TV taping. So
Wow.
Good for them for making it right.
What they got paid for it.
Yep. So good for them. Sabu's setting up a chair. He's about to. Oh, he almost went off. Thing dives to the floor. They were trying to get a table out, but from the arena. Night that the line was crossed. Fuck him up.
I mean, Shane has even taped up his forearms, his fist. He does not want any part of his body hitting the barbed wire.
Yeah, he's pretty well taped up and all that.
He might as well have had put a ski mask and oven mitts on his hands as well.
Could you imagine, dude, fucking oven mitts?
I feel like that's something like MJF would do. If he was ever booked into a barbed wire match, he would just cover his whole body.
He really would, though.
And I think it would be genius for a heel to do that. Oh no, the Impact players have stormed the ring on One Night Stand, and Justin Credible has a literal ball of barbed wire.
It is in a ball. What the heck?
And he is about to hit That's Incredible on Sandman onto the barbed wire.
So we're seeing double barbed wire action here.
Yeah. And now they have Tommy Dreamer, who is a Crimson Mask. Here comes Francine. Francine does both.
What?
And she just low blows Tommy Dreamer. Wow. And let me tell you, she doesn't look nearly... She looks totally opposite than Hardcore Homecoming. That's Beulah. Oh my gosh. Now they're going to have a cat fight. Oh my god, they're having a cat fight in blood on the mat. That's...
Some reason I remember this too, like the cat fight situation.
There's Beulah. Beulah hasn't been seen in ECW since breaking her neck, quote unquote, by the Dudley Boys. Lance Storm. Oh, he just decked. That's probably the end of the Impact player.
And Sabu was punching Shane Douglas against the barbed wire here. Got another chair in the ring. Oh, Shane Douglas sidestep. So Sabu, that might have been one of the Band-Aids right there.
Yeah, that's probably the neck one.
Beulah and
Bloody
Tommy.
Dreamer embracing his now ex-wife.
Oh, I was just going to ask that.
I think they broke up. double DDT. Beulah
Look at the
kind of
blood in her hair.
What? Beulah going for a cover on Bubba. He only gets a Duke out after a DDT. That is funny.
Terry Funk being choked across the barbed wire.
I can see why Terry was like, maybe I can't do 2 shows so close, especially if you're getting your face shredded by barbed wire.
Yeah, but I'm surprised he wouldn't even want to have made an appearance. So Sabu's pants are ripped and they're taping him together right now?
Well, Terry is like very loyal guy. So if Shane was like, I need you, can you only do 1?
No.
He might have been like, yeah, you can do 1. Uh-oh, Bubba getting the table.
Meanwhile, we're seeing a double angle of Sabu with a headlock on Shane Douglas for some reason. We need 2 camera angles there. I mean,
it looked very suffocating.
Right.
So if you get 2 angles of it, it's double the suffocation.
Okay.
Sammy powerbomb through a table. They're going back to the 94 spot with the triple sleeper. You know, it's really just a double because only 2 people are in it, but
right.
It's okay. 1, 2, no, Shane Douglas kicks out. 3D by the Dudleys on Dreamer. But Bubba goes back to get another table, and there's 4 other ones stacked up, so I feel like there's going to be more tables used. Oh, look at that. Shane goes into the barbed wire, but you know what? When you have 6 layers of clothing on, it probably didn't hurt that much. Oh, here comes Spike, who has not been fired yet, and that's on the one night stand one, by the way, not Hardcore Homecoming. Dallas is getting food delivered to him yet again. He was just complaining about me having donuts. And this guy gets a meal delivered, a drink. It's like a pink drink. And if people are longtime fans of the show, we all know that Dallas likes his weird one. He just did a taste test. I think he's going to go with the one on the right. He took the one on the right. Yep, he took it. He was hesitating, but he took the one on the right. And it looks like he's having chips, so get ready for some crunch. See, I eat stuff that doesn't have a crunch, and then Dallas doesn't care. Oh, boy. Flaming table.
I didn't expect that I was getting a full meal service. I was just expecting part of the meal. Tommy
Dreamer was just powerbombed through a flaming table like he's Scott D'Amore in 2022. 1, 2, 3. Dolly Boys win the match.
That's right.
Now, I'm pretty sure that the Dudleys don't wrestle in WWE after this. I'm pretty sure. I don't think they do. Obviously they come back, but in terms of
this time.
Yeah, in 2005, I'm pretty sure this is it. And I can look that up, I guess. Bully Ray, who has a 7.44 on Cage Match. That seems a bit high to me. That's got to be. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, that is.
Are they done?
Yeah, that's their final appearance. They only had. It's their only appearance in 2005. So where were they all of 2005? Just not working?
Maybe they wanted a little time off.
Maybe they had nothing for them. Oh, here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because it's not an ECW reunion show without Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He is an original.
Well, I mean, yeah, but he was also there for not long. But I guess as long as you were there, I guess technically it counts.
Technically it counts. That's exactly right. Terry Funk throwing a chair at Sabu's face. I want more barbed wire. Let's go. Oh, Sabu off the rope. There's something that's supposed to be happening in this match that hasn't happened yet, Bob, and it's pissing me off.
In the barbed
Hardcore
wire
Homecoming, yeah. There's a big appearance, and it has not happened.
I'm really confused as to who it could be. Because
I
I have no idea.
I think it's probably at the end or some shit like that. Oh my god. Oh god, look at his arm.
Yeah, his arms and they've been shredded.
Fucking whistle blowing bullshit in the background.
Well, they have to cut him loose.
Look, Al Snow's there. And One Night Stand. They're all coming out at the end of the show here.
Yeah, and then this is the show where JBL like punches Meanie real bad and busses him up, and then Meanie gets a job for about 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because of that?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. They didn't want to get sued.
So they were like, "Do you want to work with us instead of?"
Yeah, you want to work here for like 3 months, and then we'll fire you, and then call it a day.
Wait, he does it at the end here?
Yeah, because those guys like come down to the ring, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
And then you'll see them fighting, and you'll see just JBL freaking go off on Meanie.
Oh my god.
Degenerate.
Shane Douglas just hit the referee with a chair.
Of course he did. Sabu is tangled in the barbed wire.
Terry Funk's yelling, "You piece of shit!" Sabu's getting cut out of barbed wire, it looks like.
Do you think that... So I don't remember who wins this match. Do you think Shane Douglas wins the main event of the own show that he put together?
I think he's going to let Terry Funk do it because he's like the legend.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, if not, then it's definitely him. I don't think Sabu's winning.
I don't think so either.
We need a referee. They got the annoying one, though. Terry Funk jabbing away. Terry, no! Oh, Francine tried to save, but it didn't work.
Chair shot to the back.
Sabu! Sabu! That's all I hear fan yelling in the background. Terry Funk stands Sabu up. Hits him in the head with the chair. Dude, why does Shane Douglas do that? Whenever he has a chain, he's got to make it like...
Because he wants everybody to know that he has
It's so
it.
fucking obvious.
He just knocked out the referee. Shane, you can't win by beating up the referee. It's a barbed wire. No more barbed wire. You can probably use a chain.
That's a really good point, actually.
Okay, so he knocks both of them out. Terry Funk did a solid job like he was a fish out of water, but I thought he was trying to do a kip up. But I don't think he was trying to do a kip up. Oh my god, jabbing a chair to the back of his head. So now at the One Night Stand show, all the Raw and SmackDown guys are a unit. They're coming down.
Shane Douglas wailing on Terry Funk with the chair during Hardcore Homecoming.
See, now what's silly about One Night Stand is like Benoit and guys are in the ring, but like Benoit's a SmackDown guy.
Yeah, but he is the heart and souls, you know, so he's got to like,
Yeah,
this is where I came from.
It's going to be awkward on the next, Thursday.
Right.
On this SmackDown show. It's like, hey, remember when you guys beat me up? That's cool.
Is that new Rene Dupree?
Yeah, that was Sylvain Grenier for sure, and Rob
Yeah.
Conway.
Jason Tomko. Wow, dude.
Bastion
Fucking
Bros.
the Bastion. Wow, dude. They got all the top names.
Orlando Jordan.
Oh, Shane Douglas like lifts up and slams Sabu on the barbed wire, and someone just gave him a chair. I'm assuming Francine. Fucking ladder.
When he's saying, who's coming out? Where's the music?
I don't know. I'm not watching that as much. So I
Oh,
don't
it's
have the sound.
Taz. It's fucking Taz. Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny.
He's a freaking commentator. He's getting his own entrance to be the savior of this brawl. Get out of here. Oh, the lights are going out.
Lights out on Hardcore Homecoming.
Sting.
Stinger. Oh! It's Mick Foley.
What the shit?
And he's got a referee shirt on.
He's a what?
This is the big one. This is what I've been waiting.
This is what you're talking about?
I thought he was by default. Yeah, he's the big guy who appears on 2 shows. He's a WWE guy.
Yeah, it's weird. But he is friends with Shane. I guess that makes sense. Oh, he yanked Shane off the ladder. So much for that friendship, I guess.
Oh, he's got the fucking Sacco. Cactus Jack with Sacco.
See, now at the one night stand thing, you see JBL. He's clubbering Blue Meanie.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I mean, he is just beating the shit out of him.
Wonder why.
I don't know.
He literally keeps going. Look, and Meanie's trying to fight back.
Yeah, Taz has the Taz mission on Kurt Angle on the aisle.
Jesus. Terry Funk laying some nice punch on Shane Douglas here on our show. Here we go. Boom, double arm DDT. And this is making sense here. They're beating the shit out of Shane Douglas.
You look at JBL's white shirt, there's blood all over his left arm. That's because Blue Meanie is busted hard way.
Dude, look at Nova chilling in the corner doing nothing.
I also don't think he's in the ring anymore. Blue Meanie.
No, I don't think he is.
Oh, no, he is. He's in the upper right corner, and his face is just busted open.
Barbed wire mandible claw. Yeah, I see that.
That's Mr. Sacco.
It's still the mandible claw, Bob.
Mr. Sacco. With barbed wire.
It's called the mandible claw. What the fuck are you talking about?
Terry Funk is rolling around with Shane Douglas. Foley 1. No, kick out at 2.
Oh. Franchise is eliminated.
Oh, it's an elimination?
Yeah, it's 3-way dance. Yeah, you thought.
Son of a bitch. All right, well.
You thought.
Yeah, I'm surprised Shane was the first one out.
Oh, Sabu going for a roll through. No. Terry Funk goes for a cover. Kick out at 2. All the barbed wire ropes are like falling off now.
Well, they had to cut everybody out of it.
Oh, shit. No. He's about to slingshot Sabu into the post? Oh, no, he just fell out of the ring.
So now this is a throwback to the Terry Funk Sabu no-rope barbed wire match at Born to be Wired.
Okay.
1997.
Nice callbacks here. Crowd is chanting for Cactus Jack. Shane Douglas has been eliminated. Terry Funk is climbing a ladder. Sabu is... Oh, it broke. Okay, the table broke too.
Oh, my God.
That was one of the worst botches I've ever seen. The ladder crippled underneath itself, and Terry Funk kind of fell on the edge of the table, which also broke, and Sabu was on it. Well, the crowd is chanting, holy shit, so they're still happy.
He could have broken his legs doing that. Oh my god. Sabu with an Arabian facebuster.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Sabu won.
Unexpected.
So are we thinking that Funk was supposed to do a moonsault and miss it through the table and then Arabian facebuster and then Sabu
Yeah,
won?
I mean, probably something like that. Don't worry. He's trying to get Funk water, and Funk goes like, fuck you. Oh, shit, they just hit a 3D on Eric Bischoff.
Eric Bischoff is getting beat up real bad. He got a 3D by the Dudley Boys. Now a diving headbutt by Chris Benoit. Steve Austin's directing this, so who's up now? Rey Mysterio's going to do the 619 because you know what? He did that in ECW. Oh, wait. No, he did not. And see you later. There's that one. And then who else is next? Balls Mahoney should give him a chair shot right over the head. That'd be good.
And Sabu's celebrating. Mick Foley's holding up his arm, too. Bob, what do you think about Hardcore Homecoming here? Is it starting to wrap up?
That's a really tough question.
I'll say this. I was expecting complete garbage and like really bad, but so it wasn't like awful like I was expecting, but it wasn't like great. And like a lot of matches I think were let down.
Yeah.
I think if you're an ECW fan, it's a good show.
I think that if you are somebody that greatly enjoys ECW nostalgia, this is probably a good show. I mean,
yes, that's what I mean. Though.
ECW One Night Stand is by far the superior show. I mean, it's like not even close.
Well, yeah.
I mean, having both shows on, I mean, that is abundantly clear.
I think Hardcore Homecoming, I know you don't do it, but I'd give it a thumbs in the middle. It's not really a thumbs up to me, but
yeah, so I mean, my rule of thumb is I'm not doing thumbs in the middle. It's either up or down. Now, if I were to give in the middle, this would be the definition of middle. But I have to, I guess, give it a thumbs down.
that's fair. If you didn't have One Night Stand on in the background, you think you'd feel the same?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
They're all saying their goodbyes here as it looks like the Dudleys are taking out the trash, essentially, with Eric Bischoff.
Oh, I didn't even realize Johnny Swinger was there at the One Night
Oh, shit. Oh, that's cool.
So is C.W. Anderson.
Okay. Were they maybe dark matches or just visiting or something?
Well, I think like if you were ECW and if you had ECW history, you were brought in for the show to at least be there.
Okay. Well, we're ending a very celebratory on both shows here. Hardcore Homecoming is officially ending with Terry Funk having his arms raised, celebrating. Stone Cold's drinking beers with the ECW alum, and both shows are going off the air at the same time. Look at that.
It's as if we had synced it up.
I know. That was a pretty fun bonus episode just because the way we just did that. I'm glad on the fly we decided to do a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, so now you're gonna have to change that title and be like Hardcore Homecoming and One Night Stand, like dual watch along or something.
Well, and part of me wants to be like, well, that's not really what we did, but we did. We did literally cover both shows.
Right.
So it happened.
Yeah.
Well,
I
next week.
I just think with the hardcore homecoming, like I would want to give it a thumbs up, but like Kash did like really nothing with Scorpio. It was like
I do think
show.
that was the biggest letdown for me is the Cash Scorpio match, dude.
Yeah, and then like if you think back, like for me personally, like if I look back and think back about ECW and like the matches that Credible and Lynn would have, I would be going into this match thinking, oh, okay, they'll have a pretty good match. And really, aside from like the Hurricane Rana off the middle rope through the table,
Right.
that was nothing.
Yep,
So,
I agree.
yeah.
Well, we did it. And I'd say, I mean, not that it's like the official what we're watching, but One Night Stands, I think, an easy thumbs up. But
Oh yeah.
I don't even think that really needs to be argued.
No. I mean, people consider One Night Stand 2005 to be like a top 5 pay-per-view of all time.
I think that's pretty fair.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Cool. Well, we have one more bonus episode coming your way. I think we're kind of up in the air, unless we are going to for sure try to do that 60-minute match on High Spots. But I guess we can talk off air, and maybe it'll be a little bit of a surprise next week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. I mean, it's the final one that we have to do before Slammiversary. Those guys do have history. Daniels and Styles here in TNA. It would be kind of cool to see what they do on the Indies against each other compared to TNA. So.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I think that'll be, if we can make that work, I think that could be the plan. It'll be a little bit shorter. It won't be a 3-hour show. We'll do notes and we'll watch a fun match. So there'll still be some good content for you guys. And then literally 2 days after that, we got a big one, and it's Slammiversary 2005, and I cannot freaking wait for that.
Yeah, that should be good. All right. Well, next week is bonus episode 10. And by all accounts, it's going to be a match between Styles and Daniels in PWG. So until then, for Dallas Gridley, I'm Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.